Hello, people of the internet. It is I, your favorite semi-retired YouTuber, Andres Perez, aka KaijuNoir, here with our 10th annual Halloween live stream. To think that it has been 10 years, virtually 10 years since I started this tradition way back when in 2014, where it was like me and the Sons of Sarazawa just goofing off for an hour or two, which slowly morphed and evolved as time went on. And we have now sort of like turned this into our annual time to celebrate the wonders that is Mexican cinema, specifically those involving wrestlers and horror. And honestly, what could be a better combination than that? So, joining me this evening, it is the wonderful, the amazing, the incredible, the savage, Laura Fitkin. How are you tonight, Laura?
I'm excited. I didn't realize it's 10 years. That seems, I feel like you've progressed down and you have to put up with me now. I'm sorry.
Well, honestly, I couldn't ask for a better co-host for this occasion. Well, Halloween has always meant a lot for me. It'd been a time. I remember I made it like I was never really a live streamer. I never made live streaming a regular thing, so I decided to take Halloween and turn it as like my one time a year where I get to do like live streaming, just goofing off with friends, answering Q&A questions. And my favorite thing was or just one of the things I remembered from back in those days was we used to. Do you remember a time when people could have access to a thing called Google Hangouts?
I think so. I don't know if I ever did it though.
So it was kind of like for anyone who had like no experience in streaming, you can just use Google Hangouts. And because it was this was when like Google Plus and all the Google Gmail was like forced onto any YouTuber. Any YouTuber had access to Google Hangouts, and then they would use Hangouts as like the easy shortcut into live streaming because it's already connected to your YouTube account.
Oh no, that seems. I was wondering because you said you did it for 10 years. I'm like, I feel like they haven't been like streaming for that long, but that makes more sense that would be what it was through.
Oh yeah, it was definitely through Hangouts. None of my friends knew anything about streaming, and eventually, halfway through like my YouTube career, quote unquote, I learned to use OBS and learning to stream via OBS. That's how audio synchronicity became a thing with Brayton. Mm-hmm. And eventually, from 2020 onwards, that's when I was on Matt Burkett's
StreamYard is awesome.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, StreamYard is even way better. And it can also connect to YouTube, just like that. Let's see. Let's take a look at who is in our chats today. Let's see here. We got ourselves the one and only Cody Bratch. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, good sir. And I do want to give this moment to shout out Cody's very first kaiju novel. First novel ever, as far as I'm aware. That is Zernasia. Rise of the Guardian. It is a novel that I helped edit. I would describe it as like Godzilla meets Ultraman meets Breakfast Club. Like John Hughes. If you love like John Hughes coming of age stories and throw in an alien invasion and giant monsters in it, I think you're gonna love this book. You can get it physically and digitally on Amazon. Highly recommended. We even did a collaborative artwork done by our friend Marcelo Briceño. You can check it out on all my social media links. You can follow Cody over at the Cernasia Nexus over on Facebook for all the latest details involving his new kaiju universe. So thank you very much, Cody, for letting me be a part of that. And best of luck to you, pal, and really hope for the biggest amount of success for you. Let's see here. Going on to other folks, we have JF. He's saying hello right back at you. Let's see. Cody earlier said, "Cowabunga it is." That meme. Let's see. We have David here. David saying, "Things have gone terribly awry. Until now, I thought myself immortal, but I know that is not true. There are things that can destroy me with ease. That I slaughter the Fev. I do not know what you're referencing. It's probably pretty cool, whatever it is." We have Raptor of Rex 07. I really don't want to butcher that last name. Sorry, Raptor. But hi, Andres. Hello, right back at you. Let's see. Yes, I still don't know what you were referencing, David. And let's see. Yes, you're welcome, Cody. So, I do want to know, how was your Halloween evening, Laura?
It was good. It was cold. We took my son trick or treating. He was Draco Azul this year for
Nice,
Halloween.
nice. You showed me those photos, and honestly, that's like the most beautiful thing anyone has ever done.
It
And
was like it was
I
just a
just
bunch of
can't thank you
t-shirts thrown
enough.
together. Yeah, he was either going to be Jet Jaguar or Draco Azul, and it was really
Mhm.
cold. And the Draco Azul one had a hood, so I was just like, we'll go with that one. A hood and a
It's
scarf
natural.
built in.
Yeah, there's natural warmth in there. People ask me, why do you put a scarf on a giant robot? I was like, that's why, in the event that it ever becomes a Halloween costume for a little toddler,
Keep him
there
warm,
you go.
and he'll use it to get the ranch off of his face. Is what he did a couple
Exactly.
times as well.
It's a
Yeah.
napkin, a built-in napkin as well.
It's like it's the need from the Lorax. It's just doing all the things.
Yeah.
It's killing monsters, getting ranch off. You should have Draco Azul do that in one of the comics. Got to get some like
I definitely should.
He's got some hot sauce or something. He has to get rid of.
Oh, do you want to show the audience what the Jet Jaguar costume looks like?
Oh yeah, these are the pants. Let's see.
Because that is also equally as cool.
Little pants. Oh, this is the back. And then let's see. Where's the? And that's a little outfit. Wait.
Yeah, you got it. That's perfect.
If you want to show the Draco Azul ones, you can on the stream.
Okay. Let's see if I can bring up the photo here.
Oh, it's Will.
Hey, Will, what's up? Let's see. Hey, can't stay for long, but a Kaiju Noir stream isn't the same without my nonsense somewhere in it. Thank you very much, Will. We are very grateful for your nonsense. Even Cody says, uh-oh, things are about to get crooked up in here. And we have the Kaiju Commander here saying, cool Halloween costume. Thank you very much. Or rather, you should be. I don't know why I'm saying thank you.
You got the Ultraman one on. Maybe he's talking to you.
That is true. Maybe. I did go to work dressed as Ultraman. Although only one person happened to vaguely recognize what it was. He's like, "Oh, I know that thing." I'm thinking either I don't know what it is. I'm either thinking of something else, like the bug guy, or that. I wish someone would have been like, "Whoa, are you dressed as Way Big from Ben 10?"
You're like, yes. Is that Fortnite? You're like, yes, it's Fortnite.
Yeah. Honestly, Laura, given how easy it is to collab with Ultraman, I'm honestly not surprised that that Ultraman has yet to have done a collab with Fortnite.
What's the one that did all the Godzilla ones? It was
Gigabash?
well, no, like the more popular one. The Fall Guys. That like
Yes, they did. They did the Fall Guys did do a collab, I think, with like the manga anime Ultraman, where it's like the Iron Man suit, I think. I could be wrong there.
I wonder if they're doing like is it still on Netflix though?
The Ultra anime? I think so, yeah. Yeah, I never got around to seeing the third season.
I didn't watch any of it. I'm sure it's great.
I saw the first season, which mostly followed the manga as much of the manga that I did read. And then the second season, you can definitely tell they just took a 3-hour movie and just chopped it up into 6 episodes. Because like the first season,
how many times Netflix did that? Because didn't they do that with like the Godzilla? I guess they kind of did the opposite with the Godzilla movies, didn't they?
Right, where it was meant to be like a show. Yeah, they condensed the hell out of it into a series. Thankfully, as far as I know, that did not happen with Singular Point. Oh, we have a question here. Raptor is asking us, have you seen Ultraman Rising? Yes, I did. Did you see that one, Laura? That was the CGI animated movie.
No, I saw clips of that one though, because that's the most recent thing that's kind of. Is that the one that's a little baby?
Yes.
That makes it okay. I was like, I don't know if that's going to make any sense, but I just I saw.
Oh no, yeah. It's adventure. Go ahead.
Sorry, is that the one that's on Netflix?
Yeah, that's also on Netflix.
I might have to watch that. I like the Ultraman movies. Like, I feel like that's a lot more like consumable for me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because like most shows are either like 25 or 50 episodes long, and who has
I don't
time
have
for
time
that?
for that.
Yeah. We're
I
too
wish they
old,
would,
Laura.
Dragon Ball Kai, some of like the Ultraman shows, or like even the Kamen Rider ones. Like I'd probably get into it more if it's like I just want like 8 episodes of like an
Yeah.
arc. I don't need the Halloween special. I don't need like the fluffy filler. Like yeah, I just wish I would like. I think that's why I really want to try like Black Sun because I feel like that's like a
Oh,
concise
more
arc.
condensed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Amazon's as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, I think that's the next one we're watching, isn't it? After
Right,
Garo.
right. Let's see. We have Will saying, "I still want a Superman Ultraman crossover. I want Ultraman to fight DC's Ultraman in an actual battle, not a legal one."
That'd be
For
funny
those,
if it was just like an ace attorney, like
yeah. Objection. Yeah. For those who don't know, in the multiverse, in the DC multiverse, there's a universe where the good guys are bad guys and the bad guys are good guys. So the bad guy version of Superman is named Ultraman, except now any merchandise of DC's Ultraman can no longer be called Ultraman. He's simply referred to as Earth 3 Superman.
oh god.
Yep. And we got Nick in the background.
He's like, no, I don't know why you're running. You could still be in the game.
He's like, he's there and he's gone.
He was just putting our son to bed.
Yes.
That's totally fine.
You're like, no, it's not. Where were you? You needed to be here.
Bringing a chair to come over.
Yes.
All right then, and let's see here. So to, I guess like you mentioned your Halloween that you took, Griffin, trick or treating. I was unable to see any of that stuff, though I did in a way like at the place where I do work currently. We did offer like a little like trick or treat candy basket there for employees to come in and pick out candy.
I was wondering if they did something where like people could come in, but I didn't know if that would work.
Oh, they did. Yeah, yeah. They actually have like some employees, like maybe like 3 or 4 came in with their children late at night because there were some like Halloween parties in the office, and so some of them came in, grabbed some candy for their kids as they were given visitor badges and so on. So yeah, it was a lot of fun just getting into that. How everyone is in that Halloween spirit. Some people dressed up in costumes. A lot of them had like the what do you call them? Like the full body onesie,
Oh, like the onesies.
Yeah.
Like
there
I'm
was
in a costume, but it's pajamas, so it's great.
Yeah. A lot of them did that, which took me back to like in Japan, where and like the costume section of like a supermarket, there would be a lot of like simple onesies.
It makes sense. There was when we took Griffin out, there was a lot of like the inflatable costumes.
That's the weird thing, right?
And it was like a lot of because there was a girl in front of us. She had like there was like the ones where people were like fully encased in them.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot where like the girl in front of us, she was like riding a flamingo. So like the flamingo part was inflatable, and then she was like up top of it. And then there was like a legendary Godzilla that was a little bit ahead of us. And then there was like a herd of T-Rexes. Like,
yeah.
Nice.
And it was funny because you could be an adult in herds and they wouldn't know. So you could be like, I'm 40, put money in my basket.
It's the perfect disguise.
I'll get all of the candy.
They'll never know.
I guess what's the temperature there? Like, is it like ideal trick or because here it's like 50 and like raining.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. When I was driving back from work, it was actually like raining. It was raining like the last couple hours, and there were still trick-or-treaters out and about when I drove through like the neighborhoods. And so like
rain or shine. It's like a postman. You're like, I'm here.
Yeah.
The day of the year I can be like, give me shit in my basket now.
Yeah. Let's see here. We have Cryptid Liker joining in this chat, dropping in to say, holy crap, 10 years. Congrats. Thank you very much, Cryptid Liker. Let's see here. JF said, I got into a couple analog horror stuff, which reminds me, Andres, are you familiar with The Man in the Suit? Yes, I saw the first couple installments of Man in the Suit. I thought it was okay for what it was. Kind of dropped off it. It's basically like the what do you call it? Analog horror is like new age creepypasta stuff. Oh. And Man in the Suit is like this teenager, like a teenager made it, and it's like his own sort of like fan fiction of back in the day, the man who played Godzilla was actually like had a what do you call it, a birth defect where he fused with his suit and became an actual monster himself. And for whatever reason, Toho kept hiring him to play Godzilla, even though he would infect other suit actors into becoming monsters like him. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's very interesting as like an alternate history body horror sort of deal. And the ironic thing is that for non-Godzilla fans, they really got into Man in the Suit. Godzilla fans, however, hated the shit out of it.
I was gonna say, I was like, that was a real man. Like, what?
Yeah. A lot of
how dare you besmirch Kojima like that?
Yeah. It's like, this is clearly not supposed to be Haruo Nakajima. Like, they even go out to say, like, oh, the guy who played Godzilla was like,
you know who that is, though.
He was like a supporter of Imperial Japan and hated that Japan lost the war. And the guy playing King Kong was an American. And he had an intense hatred of him.
The fucking war works. I'm mad at this now. Make it go.
I thought you were gonna have I thought I was gonna come up with a cooler story, because right when you said that, I pictured like the person in the suit was actually like a oh my god, what do you call it? Like a serial killer, and he was using all these movies to go and do his serial killings, where he would play them off as accidents. Where
that would be cool.
Movies, he would use it to kill.
Apparently,
people.
you should get into what's it called?
Analog horror.
Oh, I feel old that like creepypastas turned into something else now.
Oh yeah, because like nowadays creepypasta is just a joke. You bring up creepypasta and people are like, "Lol, Jeff the Killer," like that was ever scary to begin with. Lol, Sonic.exe.
Oh,
lol, those girls that.
What was
the Slender Man thing?
The
Slender Man. Oh, someone actually got hurt over that.
That one.
No, they died.
Oh yes. Oh,
No. She got stabbed, but she still lived. It's the other two that ultimately got like sentenced or committed.
She did live?
Yeah, she did live. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I thought they. Okay.
It's a better ending than I thought.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I thought. Oh God. I'm sure it wasn't fun to be stabbed. That's the one thing I'm like, I don't know. Being stabbed, it sounds fucking horrible.
Let's see. Will said there's this cool Valley of Guanji analog horror in the works that has original stop motion in it. Oh. What was it? He said A Man in the Suit is a mix of Shin Godzilla, Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Did Wes Craven want to make a Godzilla movie? Wait, no, who's the one? Not Wes Craven.
John Carpenter.
Thank you. I feel like that. I feel like Nick, where it's like, you know what I meant with that.
And Raptor.
We don't want to talk about the Sonic fandom.
Let's see. Raptor says, so Man in the Suit is basically Godzilla meets FNAF. Lol. Let's see here. Will says,
I always thought that would be an interesting concept, because remember when we were like when Matt had Ed Gottachevsky on, and he showed figures and like pictures of Toho Studios, and they were like the empty costumes, just like they were like hung up, and I'm just like, can you imagine if you're like they like came alive at night? It's just like King, because it was like I always just remember the King Caesar pictures where it's just like its head's just laying sideways in the box. Most like, and there's just like Ultraman head laying everywhere, and just like, why is this not a horror movie? Awesome.
And honestly, that is pretty much exactly the inspiration for analog horror. Just looking at a lot of old analog archived media, like old VHS tapes, old still photography, looking at all like old record music players, all this stuff that just looks so creepy with its datedness. Or rather, these like creepy visuals just add the format adds a layer of creepiness to it, that it's like, oh, a VHS can be scary. Let's make a story around VHS, or let's make a story around photographs or old archived documents and whatnot.
Because like nowadays it's so easy to be like, look, there's a ghost, because like it's because you photoshopped a ghost, but it's like back in the day we had to try, and we had to believe so hard that like little blur of something was like a whole story of something. So it's just like,
So people are now going back and doing exactly that, but like intentionally making it fictional from the start. Let's see here. Cody said, never gotten the Man in the Suit, but there are popular horror and analog horror Godzilla videos I am into, mostly ones of people recording Godzilla attacks or him coming out of the water. That sounds pretty cool.
So that would be like a War of the Worlds kind of like. In the War of the Worlds, yeah, right?
Oh, like the radio drama?
Yeah, where they're like, there's like monsters. It's just like, I guess, are these videos? Maybe that's not what I'm understanding.
Oh, yeah, they are videos. They are videos with a narrator and
like,
visuals.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Yeah.
old because I just remember hearing the. Wait, no, was it the big Godzilla creepypasta? Was the video game one though, wasn't it?
Yes, the NES Godzilla one.
Yeah, and I had like pictures, and I was just like,
yeah,
I don't remember any of this in this game. A lot of it's just like we didn't play the game, so we can fuck with people.
Yeah.
That didn't play with the game.
Let's see. We have Tokupunk who entered the chat. Damn, it's been a long ass time. What's up? How have you guys been? Pretty good, pretty good. We're just getting ready to watch some Mexican schlocky B movies here. Let's see here. Will said, I recommend the short mockumentary Living with Monsters is a great short fan film for Godzilla. I think I saw that one. That one's pretty cool. I think Frank showed it to me. Let's see. Analog horror is not scary. Boring cringe most of it. So basically nothing has changed since the creepypasta days.
I mean, it's supposed to be cringe. Like, that's what it is. You'd be like, this is stupid. You'd be like, yeah, we know. That's kind of the point. Like,
they're internet campfire stories. They're not all going to be bangers.
What the fuck do you want? You were like, I wanted to rip my guts out. You're like, no, sir. That's not the point.
And then realistic eyes.
Yeah. You gotta be like, you gotta throw your shit in the campfire. It makes spooky noises, and then the music starts.
Let's see here. We did have a question. What's your opinion on Toho maybe retcon MonsterVerse Godzilla not being a species? Where did you hear this? I've never heard of this. I guess
like two of the MonsterVerses ones, so.
I guess I don't know. It's I honestly don't care one way or the other. I've kind of like lost all interest in the MonsterVerse at this point. I'm just following it along out of obligation at this point.
I feel like your obligation is just telling me what happens in them, because that's pretty much what it's turned into for me. Where I'm just like, could you just tell me what happened in the last movie? Because I'm not fucking sitting through that. I saw that like lizard jumping from a rock to another rock in an anti-gravity zone. I'm not paying any money to any of it.
I'd love for someone to edit that scene and be like, I got like a freeze frame on Godzilla. Yup. That's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started in 2014. Bounce. Teenage Wasteland starts playing. Let's see. Welcome to the 12:30 Society because midnight is too late.
Got shit to do to it. It's a Thursday.
Let's see. Tokupung also made a JoJo reference here. Love that. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. We have Kevin Dwyan, elitist stang weeb. Happy Halloween, KaijuNoir. Wow, I sort of miss these random chats here in YouTube. Been so busy. Don't have a lot of time to watch tokusatsu. What's your opinion on recent Ultra Men? I really love Blazar. Let's see. Well, first off, thank you very much, Kevin, for joining us this evening. I want to say that's John Person in your profile picture. I only remember that because of a conversation Frank and I had about random Metal Hero stock footage thrown randomly into Beetleborgs for like 5 seconds just because it was there. It's like, oh, we're going to adapt John Person and Gun Gibson as extra heroes in Beetleborgs. Oh, cool. Do they meet the Beetleborgs? No, they're just there for 5 seconons.
We can't afford that.
We can't afford the costumes. They're probably rotting in Japan as we speak.
Oh. Did Beetleborgs ever get the costumes? Like, you know how like super like Power Rangers at least got access to some of the
yeah. You see the suit actors in the Beetleborg costumes with American actors all the time in that show.
Oh, I watched that show. I just don't.
Oh, Laura, if you watch it, we could make a stream out of us reacting to Beetleborg, because I saw the first episode like 5 years ago, and I was like, wow, this is a thing.
Oh, I remember like coming home to watch that show. I loved it. And then like when we had our podcast, my friend had like a Beetleborgs podcast, and I remember like rewatching it, and I was like, listening to his podcast was more entertaining, and it was longer than like the 23-minute episode. I'm just like, I need to like live for this. And I was like, oh, like it's just one of those things where it's just like when your childhood only has like 5 channels, you're like, I lived for Beetleborgs and Digimon. Lived for it so hard.
Yeah. Well, to answer Kevin's question earlier, what's my opinion on recent Ultraman? I'm assuming he's referring to the recent seasons of like the new 24.
He said Blazer, and you've been watching that one, right?
Yeah, I have not. I've been watching Ultraman Arc, which is the first one after Blazar. Blazar finished last year, and Arc is this year's Ultraman show. At first, I thought it was okay. I didn't feel strongly. I thought it had played with some interesting concepts to mix up the usual Ultraman formula, but I'd say the last 2 episodes really got it going. They really tried to do its own thing, trying to establish its own unique relationship with Ultraman and the host, where Ultraman, like there's this like spoilers. Ultraman is part of a big alien society of different planets. There's a lot of excess energy that can destroy all their planets, so they're trying to dump it elsewhere in the universe, except Earth is in the path of that energy. So Ultraman decided, I gotta go there to save that planet because they do not deserve to die because of us. And so he saves the main protagonist as a kid and essentially gives up his life to save the kid, and then that kid grows up 16 years later as an adult, and it's like, okay, monsters are showing up, I got to help this kid again and save the world from more shit happening because of my people.
My God, that's Star Trek. That's Star Trek Generations. Like there's like an energy ribbon, and they have to go back and fix the past to make. Oh God.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny that you're like the last 2 episodes are good. Where that just reminds me of like, hey, you should watch the show, but like the first 15 episodes, they're just hard to get through. But like,
yeah, it's not hard to get through. It's just standard Ultraman fare, I'll say. It's just there. Nothing really new that I've really seen before. But what was it? Ultraman Z, I really enjoyed. I finally got around to finishing it. Ultraman Trigger, I liked it for what it was. Just, again, standard Ultraman fare, but it got surprisingly good for the last 5 episodes, I want to say. Although it fails as a tribute to Tiga. Tiga, I went back and watched beginning to end last year. Absolutely loved it. Though you were asking, Kevin was asking about a modern Ultraman. So I would say it's in the range of great to pretty good. And actually, unlike Kamen Rider, I can actually sit through and tolerate an entire season of Ultraman. With Kamen Rider, it's so loud and obnoxious. I just shut it off after a few episodes. I'm like, no more. I can't do it. Look what we got. We got everyone. 3, 2, 1. We got Paul Tackett
in the chat.
Oh
God.
The After Dark streams may be over, but Paul Tackett lives on.
Paul Tackett will live in infamy forever. Oh, I almost teared up a little bit when I saw that Paul. I was just like, oh.
He's like the Santa Claus of live streams.
Except more, instead of Santa Claus, he's real and he's here.
Oh, you hear the jingling of donations. Ching, 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 ching. You're the little coins.
Oh. And you're the raining of the super chat. Oh, Paul.
Oh my God, could it be? Could the legends be real? Thank you very much, Paul, for joining us, our resident Santa Claus. That is your new title now. You are the Santa Claus of YouTube.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you, Paul. Here to bless us with his with presents, with presents. He has blessed us with his presence.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see. I know there was a lot of comments coming in here. Thank you very much, guys. The chat's a lot busier than I thought it would be. Cody said, I wanted to stick around longer, but I got to go. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Happy Halloween. Everyone stay awesome. So do you too, dude. Yeah. Let's see. We have Vivino Porras. Have you heard of Club Luca? No, I have not, unfortunately, but thank you for joining us. Let's see here. Tokupunk says, Kamen Rider is so much better than modern Ultraman Lamal. That's perfectly reasonable opinion.
You say
I know
that,
that.
and I remember Revice every time. Kamen Rider great. It's like I saw two dudes like 69ing down a roller coaster.
Yes.
I'm good with stamps. I don't.
And then like the new Kamen Rider Gov, it's like snack based. So he has like a potato chip power up, a marshmallow power up. Like I don't care how great the story. My roommates tell me how good the story is, and it sounds interesting. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to watch a show with a guy that looks that fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Is the point to sell candy or
like are they selling Doritos? Like does he need like a Dorito snack up?
So here's the funny thing. Apparently there were snacks that were always advertised in the middle of Kamen Rider commercial breaks. And so then that snack, it has sort of like now, from what I understand, it's like having a larger presence in terms of like sponsoring this season of Ultraman.
Oh,
so now you got like Ultraman based on the snack, based on Kamen Rider based on the snack, based on the Kamen Rider.
Oh no.
But anyways, I just do not dig the toyetic aesthetic of Kamen Rider.
Isn't even toyetic? Isn't that like carbetic at that point in time?
So from what my roommates tell me, they do keep up with Kamen Rider, like every single version out there. And they tell me there's a formula that every Kamen Rider show abides by, where the first 10 or so episodes are like just the most silliest shit imaginable just to bring in the kids. And then it actually gets better and more serious and more in-depth with the characters as it goes along. And it's like, I respect that. I respect the hustle. I respect, needing to do whatever you can to get the kids' attention. You got to pay the bills. Them costumes ain't cheap. You got to sell the toys.
Yeah, I understand that.
I just don't want to wait 10 episodes for the characters to stop being obnoxious fucks.
Yeah. Oh,
I saw 3 episodes of fucking Kamen Rider 01 because I actually like the design of 01, and it's free on Tubi, English subtitled. I saw the first 3 episodes, and just everyone is constantly screaming. Everyone, it's like the concept of indoor voices does not exist. They just it's the equivalent of like loud equals funny, and it's like I just want everyone to shut the fuck up just for a second, please.
It's weird to think that like Zeto like lives.
Oh yeah, Zeto is peak.
Like
Zeto is peak Ultraman.
Like I feel like Zeto would be like the tear slowly falling down if he like watched the Fruit Ninjas that were his future like coming out. It's like, why is his head an orange? You're like, shh. It's like, oh. Yeah. And then it felt so weird because wasn't like Gaiam the same year as Black Sun, where it's just like, how do you have these two different things? We're like, that man's head is an orange. Like it's a slice of orange, Nick. It is literally
his sword is a slice of orange.
Fruit themed.
Maybe they were worried about scurvy that year.
No. Here's the thing. The guy who made the dark deconstructionist magical girl anime, Geno Robuchi, he wrote that season of Kamen Rider, which apparently is like considered one of the best shows ever.
His head's fucking orange. He's an orange. That's like being like, you remember that Kool-Aid Man commercial?
That's peak shit right there. Peak fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I am pissed off every
saying, like Gotchard, and I keep thinking it's like gotcha, like the gotcha gaming, and I'm just like, it just means that they took advantage of you, sir. Like, like pretty soon there's gonna be Kamen Rider microtransaction.
Oh, I'm surprised. Is there not a Kamen Rider one where they have like the gotcha capsules? And he has to pull a random one out each time.
And he's like, I guess I got this.
I think that's like pretty much like the majority of Kamen Riders now, where you got to have a little tchotchke, you shake it a bit, or you do some little doohickey and slap it in your belt, pull the wind-up toy, do the little flip switches, and then you get a new bullshit transformation.
It would be better if it was random, and they're just like, look at what I got in it.
Now, granted, Ultraman is equally guilty of that, but I just feel like they do it cooler.
I guess we should be happy there at least isn't like a weird adult version where it's the adult vending machines.
And I know we have pissed off every Kamen Rider fan in here. And you know, if
I like
you
how one guy's like, "Why do you have a problem?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
we never said you
I
guys.
just
We
keep
have
saying
never
gotcha,
said it.
and I keep saying gotcha. Like I like video games more than Kamen Rider, so I just see gotcha gaming as opposed to. Is it like Gotchard?
Gotchard, yeah. I don't know
okay.
where it came from. I think the theme around Gotchard is cards. So you got cards and you put it in the belt, and then that's a new power up.
Is that the one that's going on right now?
That one ended, and now the candy one, Gav, that's the new one.
Okay. I guess one of the things before the lovely Paul Tackett showed up,
Yeah,
is when we were talking about Ultraman, and you're talking about how Trigger was a homage to Taiga. Have they been continuing to do that? Where this most recent season is like an homage to a previous season?
So they did that for 3 years in a row. Taiga was a homage,
right?
not X. Taiga was a homage to Taro. Trigger was an homage to Tiga, and Decker was an homage to Dinah. And then from there on out, they're like, we were going to do Gaia, but we decided to instead go in a different direction, and we got Blazar, which was Caveman Ultraman. And now we have Ultraman Arc, who is Ultraman with the power of imagination.
Oh, God. No.
And speaking of imagination, we have the most imaginative motherfucker in the stream. Give it up.
Imagination. Imagine. Am I the little dopey dragon or am I Eric Idle?
I don't know. You don't have a fucking camera, so we don't know who you are.
I don't have the camera on because no one in the world wants to see my Blackula costume.
I want to see what you look like, Blackula.
I promise
I want to see your face.
I am not ready for that mass cancellation I will receive. No. But hello.
Around Brayton now.
Hello. I'm sick again, Laura. It would be very tragic for all of us. I don't know what it is about this freaking holiday. Last year, I had like a weird sinus infection sort of thing.
It was so sad for you.
I'm hoarse. I'm dying. I'm withering.
Oh, I know. Oh, if only I could see it, I could believe it.
No. The world is not ready at large. But did I miss anything of great importance? I'm sorry I'm late yet again.
Oh no, we haven't even started the commentaries yet. We were just goofing off talking about the silliness.
Oh, you're waiting to share the joy with me.
Yes,
just like you're waiting to see and share your face.
Of 3 Aztec
Show
movies.
us your flag face.
Yeah. You're gonna be racist unless you show your face, Brayden.
No,
It doesn't. The racism doesn't count unless you prove it.
It's you dismiss it as satire. It's satire, is what it is.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm a Blackula for a new age. And,
we won't believe you unless we see your fucking face, you piece of shit.
Let's see. Also, earlier, Will had to leave. Well, I provide enough nonsense for this stream. Now I must slumber until my next stream for when I am needed.
Before the nonsense signal goes up again.
And funny enough, Brayton,
yes.
Before you came on, we just had CG Picture Show asking us, are going to have more guests like Brayton.
Oh, like Brayton.
Yeah, like
so
Brayton.
Another noisy, nasally gay fellow. Invite the others on. So surprise, yes, your prayers have been answered, or your fears have been confirmed.
Your chants to Satan have been answered.
That's right. You've
let's see here. Just wanted to answer Paul Tackett's question. Have you seen the Ultraman powered fan film? I've seen promos of it. It's super impressive for a CG show meant to look like Suitmation. I'm very excited to see more of it, especially when Ultraman Powered is a very relatively obscure Ultraman. He was like the first American-made Ultraman show that was not aired in America, ironically, and had been forgotten about until recently with the online web shows.
Do you kind of find it odd though that we've come so far around that we're doing CGI and trying to have it look like Suitmation when really we could just cut out the middleman? And
here's the thing. I know some people may have an issue with that because it's like, oh, if you're going to try to replicate practical effects, why not do practical effects? I see it more as an interesting experimentation with the tools of CG animation itself, where it's like, as an artist, as a CG animator, it's impressive that you would have the skill to do something like that.
Sure.
It's also that you're not in the union that represents you, so you have to get like used. Never mind. Sorry.
No problem.
Like,
used and abused.
Special effects people are like represented by a union, and then like the CG people aren't, so they get to be like abused to be like make it look good.
They're in the salt mines, the sweat mines.
Yeah.
Now that like I do kind of see it like if you're gonna make like go out of your if you have the the capacity to do or the budget to do practical effects, I'd rather see practical effects than something like Shin Ultraman, which was a movie that tried to look like CG look like practical effects with CG animation. When something like as on the scale of Shin Ultraman, I find that to be a colossal waste of time.
Yeah, I've seen like a fan like Blender animations of stuff where like they'll mimic like the Rankin Bass stop motion things. They'll do like that, but in CGI. That I find impressive, and that's understandable within the means that they're working with. But if you're a big studio conglomerate, you have the means to do a little something more, Harken back to the old ways. Don't let them die. Don't let the one guy
flames die out.
Don't let the one guy who knows how to do this stuff be like a creepy old hermit in a tool shed somewhere, because they're gonna start like dropping.
I mean, honestly, speaking of which, was it Murase? I feel so bad for not remembering his full Keijo
Murase. I have a picture with him. He's like 3 feet shorter than I am,
and he was the guy that
passed away.
Yeah, he's the one that just passed away. He made, I believe, a lot of the original Showa props, suits and props back in the day. Yeah. And then he came back to help out with Howl from Beyond the Fog, and now recently with Brush of God, and he passed away. So it's like the Showa days, the people from the Showa era are slipping away. You're fading away.
Gone. He was probably the last one.
Yeah.
Well, what you hear a lot too is the excuse of, well, financially, this is the easier method. And like my sort of middle ground with that is, and I'm not going to go off into a whole long rant, but when I loved -1, I think we talked about that. But all throughout it, as great as Godzilla looked, again, within the budget, I still kind of had to squint my eyes and sort of make myself believe that a living, breathing thing was there. Why not just have him be Suitmation, CGI all the buildings you want around him? We have the technology to make that not look clunky, but you need something physical there just to have the physicality right.
Yeah.
I think that would be the great thing.
With a lot of the Godzilla movies, I feel like the leap of faith that I can make is just like that man in the suit is experiencing physics the same way I do.
Exactly right.
And so it's just like I feel like that is the way that I can believe everything that's going on, because it's like if he hits that building, it's the same physics that I feel, where it's just like we said earlier when I was talking about the legendary thing, like that I haven't seen, like Godzilla was jumping from like boulder to boulder in 0-0. I'm just like, I'm out.
There's a man inside that 200-pound suit bleeding and having his nuts shut off for your enjoyment, and you owe him.
Yeah. No, yeah. And I feel like if I remember right, in Shin, didn't they make a big deal of being like, I envisioned a man within the CGI of Shin Godzilla? Like they tried to make that like proportional, like I guess except for the raptor arms, but it's just like,
and they did a large animatronic that they cut completely out of the movie, as I understand.
Right. So they took it out because it just wasn't performing to either the director or the producers. They didn't like the test footage.
The producer. But it's just like it's so hard to watch, like, because like -1, all of the Godzilla stuff was great, and I felt like that was more believable than any of the legendary. Well, I do like the beginning of the legendary. I don't like anything that happened after King of the Monsters, right? No.
That's totally fair.
It's all been a slippery slope. Andres was there for my hope dying in this franchise. They need to replace Fonzie jumping the shark with Kong jumping the rock, or him. When he began to float, all of my life force was just sad.
When did he float?
That was in
GVK when he's like, there's.
I hated GVK. No, the one before. What's the one before that? I like the one before that. I cried.
King of the Monsters.
I liked King of the Monsters. You could ask Nick. I was so upset by how bad GVK was. I was like emotionally upset. Like I was just like trying to like center myself as a Godzilla fan, and like we tried. I think we recorded an episode, right? Like when we made content, we tried to record episodes, and I think we had to stop like 5 times because I was just like, this movie was so bad.
Emotionally bereaved by the
I cried.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, this made no sense.
Yeah, Andres was there. Andres was there. Mine wasn't much of a cry as much as it was just, oh, don't do this. Oh, come on.
Andres was in like fucking Universal Mario Land.
Yes, I was.
Trying to get Andres to watch the movie with me. He's like, no, I'm in Universal Studios. I'm like, I need you to watch this with me.
And eventually we did.
I need you to share my pain. Share your pain with me.
He didn't get to hang out with Mario because he wasn't on the list to hang out with Mario. He was denied.
I was denied entry into Super Nintendo World during the first year of Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Japan.
Was there another evil Canadian Andres that caused?
Ooh, I bet you that was the fucker.
Yeah, he's globally tracing it.
If I would have known, we could have went to it together, and we could have just been upset and mad.
Yep.
We'd go in there, beat Mario's ass together.
Everything was great. We could have went to the movie together because we live in the same state.
We
wouldn't have to commiserate with our friend that lived in Japan that would have rather went to Universal Studios. We should probably start watching one of these movies.
Yeah. I was gonna say, now we have thoroughly pissed off the Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Godzilla fandoms.
Success.
Who else can we piss off? Oh, I know. I think Coolsville sucks.
I've probably pissed off the Blackula fan base, and I don't mean to.
Well, before let's see if you can piss off this person here. He asked, question for Brayton, are you going to host any more Hammer horror streams soon?
Well, actually, yes. So last night, Raph and I did Dracula, Prince of Darkness, which is the second Christopher Lee Dracula film on Twitch. And we had sort of alluded to it. Tomorrow night on the same Twitch channel, we may in fact be doing a double feature of The Ladies of Dracula. So Dracula's Daughter, which is the Universal sequel from way back when, and The Brides of Dracula. So look forward to that, possibly.
So you have 2 men watching a movie about ladies.
Ladies,
women.
Yes. One of which has no interest, the other far too much interest.
It balances out.
Well, yeah, it meets in the middle. It's a perfect equilibrium.
Too much? I don't know about too much interest. I feel like lack of understanding would probably be a better way.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. We also have Raptor asking, what happened to your fan-made MST3K Gamera Super Monster riff?
You will pry it from my cold, dead hand. And yes, it was that. That likewise has put me into an emotional sort of stasis where I can't look, I can't breathe a word of that movie anymore without just breaking down. But yeah, it's a rough one.
That movie's so bad, and you had to watch it like
80 times.
I will watch it ad nauseum forevermore because we still have to do all the fine tuning with it. Yeah, there are segments of that imprinted on my subconscious. All I will say is that the project is not dead, and it will be done eventually.
When it's done.
Right, when it's fucking done. There's no set schedule.
MST3K Gamera Super Monster has no set schedule. Right. It'll be done when it's done.
It's Bryn Cara.
That's right, Braid Cara. That's right. I'm doing that little running thing he does. I like, because I never watched Linkara, but I enjoy Linkara out of context. So just seeing like various GIFs, making fun of him, I'm with that.
I bet you there's a video out there that's just Linkara out of context, and it's just a whole montage of his random storylines.
40 minutes, yes.
Yes. Yep. Let's see. We had King Little Caesar, who was here and now not here. Wish I could stay with you tonight, but for now, I'm incredibly busy. Nashville, Steps is Westing tomorrow. Hope you have an amazing Halloween. Thank you very much for.
I love the picture.
Yeah,
he's throwing down
the pizza.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Oh, and we have Kaiju Commander. I figured it was going to happen. Yeah. Laura, is that a rocking
I didn't
horse?
Even know it was in the back. I honestly didn't know.
No, it's a perfect shot between you and Nick.
I just moved it there when he said that. I'm like, I was like, how does that man know? I'm like, oh, it's back there.
It's centered like 1 point perspective, like it's Kubrickian. It's right.
Yeah,
I just moved it like there. It was like off to the side earlier, but I was just like, wait. No, yeah, because my son was Jet Jaguar, so I had to put him on the Megalon fish.
It's so beautiful.
Makes perfect sense. And yes, that is incredible. I forgot, did you construct it all by yourself?
Nick drew it out and then I made it.
Excellent. That is wonderful.
Could you imagine the bundle they would make if they actually mass produced those still amongst the G-Fest community?
Earlier, because it is our Lord and Savior Paul Tackett. He mentioned that the Ultraman fan film that I talked about, there were suits in the fan film. I'm assuming everything else around the suits was CG. If so, that's really impressive.
Does that look good? Like if it's just like a person in a suit?
I want to say so because that's how a lot of the modern Ultraman shows are done, with a lot of green screen, like a beautiful fusion of green screen, CGI, and model sets, where we'll just seamlessly go back and forth between them.
What was the man that they had like? Oh, crap. It was like no, maybe it's a guy. What's the Gamera where they had like released a trailer for Gamera, and he's like fighting Gaios, and then they just released the trailer and that was it.
Oh yeah. That was like 2015, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I sorry, I confused that because what's the music video thing we used to watch all the time?
Intergalactic?
The music video.
It was the King Ghidorah.
That band?
No, the guy that made all the music videos. There used to be I'll send it to you later. There used to be this like YouTube channel that would make Godzilla-centric music videos, but they had done one that had the Gamera one and the Ultraman one together. So I was confused those together.
Okay. Let's see here.
I have fun nostalgia just to point this out too. Back in my younger days, circa 2007, 2008, perhaps, I feel like there were tons of very pixelated music videos of just scenes from the Heisei Gamera films and Godzilla films with "Wake Me Up Inside."
Yes, no, that's one of them.
I felt that was 99% of them.
It's called
New Metal.
Yeah, that's like peak early YouTube shit right
Throw
there.
some Creed in there as well. Can you take me higher?
Starset is the bachelor. So there was this one YouTuber. It was like King Ghidorah. I'm assuming he was born in like 95 because it's like 95 and like 54. But this one channel would do like music videos specific to different videos or different Godzilla movies and creatures. And when I was making my King Caesar one, I just listened to it must have it was like I forgot which song it was. Oh, when I was making my Bachelor one, it was the Starset song, My Demons. But yeah, it's just because that's a contest at G-Fest is the music video contest.
Let's see here. So
I want somebody to remake shot for shot the Johnny Cash.
Great, we're trying to watch this goddamn movie. Got 3 movies to watch.
Kaiju Commander said, "Very cool. You and Nick did a great job on that prop."
Thank you.
And I'm gonna send the link to the first movie here. Let's see. All right, send it in the chat, and it's also in the description of the video below. Now, the video itself. This is the Aztec Mummy, I believe from 57. So this was a Mexican horror film made pretty much to ride off the coattails of the Universal monster movies, where the director, he was known for comedies at the time and wanted to switch over into other genres. And so he pretty much was like, I want to do The Mummy, but I don't want to be accused of plagiarism. So you know what? I'm going to change the country. So it's not an Egyptian mummy, it's an Aztec mummy. Even though the Aztecs didn't do mummification back in the day, but shut up.
That's why.
Let's see here. So this is the Aztec Mummy. There were 3 of these movies shot back to back to back. So if in a way you can consider this the Daimajin of Mexico's own Daimajin trilogy.
Oh God.
Very well known, given like a cult status over the years. And its 3rd installment, The Robot versus the Aztec Mummy, is mostly known for having been mocked on MST3K. So
its very 2nd episode. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You got to start with your high. Start on a high. And it was all downhill after the Aztec Mummy.
So I decided we're gonna watch the original the Spanish language version, English subtitles, as they were initially as they were intended to be watched. And then afterwards we will be watching the second, well, technically the third, but the second Mil Máscaras movie to homage this trilogy of cult classics from Mexico. So actually, we have CG Picture Show saying, before we start the film, I want to say to Brayton that was my first Hammer horror film. Thank you, Brayton.
You're very well. See, I bring a little light and sunshine into some people's hearts.
So
if we could see your face, we'd believe you.
That's like it would be like seeing the face of God.
We're not going to show the movie here on stream, so hopefully you guys have clicked on the link. We're all at 00. And because 2 years ago, when I tried doing this sort of thing with a movie that I thought was public domain, I ended up getting my first and only ever copyright strike. Luckily, it has since expired.
How dare you mock El Santos?
Yes. He was a hero, goddamn you. He saved us all from the witches and vampires and monsters.
The only thing I remember from that movie is him.
Can we start the damn movie, Brayden? Let us start the movie, and then you can talk during the movie.
I don't mean to reminisce.
So, right. So, get ready. We're at 00. So, get ready to press play in 3, 2, 1, go.
There we are. Boy, we're in for it. Is that Raymond or Ramon?
I want to say it's Ramon.
All right.
Cross?
He drives an Aztec. That's
So
the only separation.
The interesting thing is that there was an American version of this movie where it was they added a bunch of American footage, much like they tried to do to Raymond Burr this shit, and they called it Attack of the Mayan Mummy, and apparently it was not good.
Yeah, I believe that he was the same guy. Jerry Warren handled that.
Yeah,
and he brought us such wonderful pieces of cinema like The Wild World of Batwoman and The Incredible Petrified World. Really high class stuff. There was also I think he cut Aztec footage into that old Lon Chaney Jr. Mexican movie that he did and sort of tried to mishmash them together. Face of the Screaming Werewolf or whatever.
I did hear about that movie. And he did another one, I believe, called Creature from the Walking Dead.
Everybody is just pillaging your people's culture. It's just
I know, right? And we don't get our credit.
That's right. These people, though, on the other hand, maybe too much credit.
We were watching Terrifier 2 and someone had like a Mil Máscaras.
It was a Santos.
Santos, yes.
In Terrifier 2, somebody was dressed up for Halloween as Santos.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my Lord.
Really, that person had taste.
Yes. Yeah. Brayton, have you seen Terrifier? I feel like you might like those.
Terrifier sounds like a new metal rock band, Laura. I have not listened to their tracks.
I feel like Terrifier 1, 2, and 3 is like a very much homage to like really classic horror movies.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much like this generation's Nightmare on Elm Street. Like what's his name? What's the name of the clown?
Is it Art the Clown or something like my nephew was that?
Yeah,
my older nephew was that tonight for Halloween. Yes, I understand now.
He is Freddy Krueger for today's young millennials and Zoomers.
I understand.
What were the twins, Brayton?
Oh, they were sick, so they just stayed home and handed out candy.
Oh,
they were raccoons last year, and they had like a trash can.
They were cute. I remember you sent me.
Yeah, they're a little too wild though, and they're much like me, under the weather. But no, so that's what that guy is. He's all over social media, so now I know he's from a franchise.
I feel like you would like those movies if you watch them.
All right, I'll give them a shot. I have not seen. There's apparently a new horror movie everybody either liked or had an opinion on called Long Legs that came out this year. The only clip I've seen is Nicolas Cage singing like a madman from it, and I think that kind of tells me all about the movie. But I am interested.
I want to see what's the Christopher Waltz one? I want to see that one.
I want to
We
see.
got another donation. Thank you very much, Paul Tackett. Good night. Have a good stream. I have PT tomorrow.
Nice.
All right. Thank you very
Got
much,
it.
Paul.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself and best of luck. And let's see. Oh, yeah. What I was going to say earlier is that I remember at the last All Monsters Attack that I went to with Future Preacher.
We're seeing footage of that right now. The last All
Yes,
Monsters
exactly.
Attack
The room was about the same size.
here.
So, like none of the guests, like it was such a poorly run convention, AMA 3/Days of the Dead LA, just because it was like poorly marketed and it was like in an area of Los Angeles near the LAX airport with awful traffic. So barely anybody came, except the people that did came all went to see the actor who played Art the Clown.
Oh man.
He was like the only one who made any profit that weekend.
So we are going to go to Days of the Dead Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be there along with the director and like one other person.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Norman England. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go see all of them.
Hell yeah! You're gonna harass Norman in person.
I am. I'm gonna be like, I made a candle for you, sir.
Our Lord and Savior Norman.
What is he in?
I think he's
It
in.
looks like some scientific conference. He's talking about hypnotism.
Yeah, they had a sign outside that was the longest fucking sign I've ever seen in my life. Like Institute of Neuropsychosis, Arbitrosis, whatever.
Deliosis.
That's right.
Wingardium
Substitutionary
Leviosa.
locomotion. I don't know.
Avacadabra.
As you can see, it's pronounced Leviosa.
Yeah. Bigotriosa.
Man's wife would rather be anywhere else.
If you were to shut up and let me explain it one bit. Just 1 second.
Which one?
The wireless one. Oh, I'm just.
Now, interestingly, when I tried seeing it, out of curiosity, I went on Amazon to see if the Aztec Mummy movies were available on home media. And what I came across was a DVD collection of the first 3 Mummy movies, and then both of them, a DVD and a Blu-ray, both released in America. The DVD collection does have all 3 movies, but the Blu-ray set does not. It has the second, third, and an unofficial 4th movie, but not the first movie.
Don't you hate to be gypped like that?
What is that?
And apparently, there's not a good copy. Like you could probably tell, this copy of the movie is a bit blurrier. It's not impossible to see. It's nothing like a little bit of AI upscaling can fix up.
Yeah.
But like apparently, I looked at the reviews of the DVD set, and people were complaining that the quality of the first movie was significantly worse than the second and third movie. And I guess the first movie hasn't been preserved all that well on home media. And I wonder if that's the reason why it was left off the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But what's really strange is that this version that we're watching on YouTube, which is the same version, thankfully, that is on Internet Archive or archive.org. Outside of this upload and that archive.org version, I couldn't find this movie like anywhere else. Well, there was that one link that Brayton shared with me, but
yeah, but I'm sure that's just again the same badly
version, yeah,
badly copied DVD.
Yeah,
copy.
I just find it strange that like the second and third movies were very easy to find, but this first one was the hardest to find by far.
It's been neglected by the generations. Yeah, the audio is a little rough too. It kind of sounds like that first audio recording of like a French guy singing "Mary Had Little Lamb" or something into a gramophone. We're kind of getting that same effect here, but the subtitles, that's all you need.
And we got other Nick Huber from Soccer Central, family all together.
Aww.
How you doing, Nick? I'll let you know, Nick, since you're coming in, we're currently watching The Aztec Mummy. The link is in the description of the video. We are currently 8 minutes into the film.
I believe for Halloween he was a person that worked on the '98 production of Godzilla, which is very scary. Oh.
That's the only joke I had was, is he a Scientologist? That's all I could think of was Nancy Cartwright, and but she's not in it. It's
No, she is.
She is? Okay.
Yeah.
I think your story just went past the window. She's that secretary.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's the one that takes all the Scientology jokes out of The Simpsons.
Yes. That's what went in my head, and I forgot. Then I guessed myself that she wasn't in it, even though she is in it.
She I don't know what her theta level is, but like I'm sure she's up there. She might not be like Tom Cruise level of thetas, but
Nick said, it was worse, Laura. I was someone who worked on '98 Godzilla with a cape.
I'm sure you would have brought. I know. I feel like if you had a cape, you would have brought levity to that set.
Like, why is he wearing a cape? I don't know, but he certainly lightens up the mood.
Yeah, it's better than Animal, which is the one that you were, because she's the only one that's not in that movie, I think. Because there's a bunch of other people from The Simpsons in that movie.
There's a Hank Azaria in it,
and there's like somebody else in there. Who's the other Simpsons person that's in '98? There's like one other person.
Was it like the news
Harry Shearer? Harry Shearer is the news guy.
Yeah. Because apparently all I remember from '98 is like their Simpsons cast, and then they're like, "Fuck you,
and then I'm
Ebert and Roker." No, wait.
Siskel, Mayor Ebert and Mr. Gene or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a bigger box, which is the Taco Bell commercial.
Those are like that, yeah.
Here, lizard. I remember that.
You're gonna get the stream taken down if you talk about Puff Daddy.
Oh God.
Is he who shall not diddle?
Yeah, the P. Diddy song "Come With Me" has a very odd connotation.
Lots of baby.
See, it wasn't rain that the New York was covered in.
Whoa, why is everything so slippery and shiny?
Why is everybody dressed in white? I don't know. Okay, so what I'm gathering so far is this guy is a crackpot. Nobody believes him, so he's now looking to prove his crackpottery.
Right. He believes that you can hypnotize people into remembering their past lives.
Quack. Quack.
We have all the greatest medicine of today: methamphetamine, crack cocaine,
dealer's choice. The Shadow. He's legitimately lost. Oh,
the Shadow knows. Why couldn't I remember that?
What crack pottery lurks in the hearts of man?
Does the Shadow smell meth?
Is it funny that it was that fucking The Shadow episode that we all talked about Jamiroquai? in our like long begotten trying to make content, and I just be like, do you remember all the stuff from Godzilla '98 while we're watching The Shadow?
Oh my God.
He's got a.
If you're being hypnotized and the last thing you consciously remember is seeing this guy peer at you from the window, write your own ticket there.
So earlier in the movie, she's already seen some shit.
She's out. Wait, if she's already like that, why even? Okay.
She's very susceptible.
You're very relaxed.
You're very sleepy. No.
Didn't even have to count back from Senko.
Rest, sleep.
10, 9, 8.
Guys, this is really overkill.
So, like earlier in the movie, they established that there's a criminal out on the loose called the Bat who has avoided the police.
Oh boy.
So on top of trying to rip off the Mummy, I suppose the director was also trying to capitalize on like pulp action anti-hero villain characters.
Sure.
Was there a time period when like hypnotism was like?
I want to say so because I think hypnotism might have also played a role. No, that was reincarnation. That was like a big part in the Universal Studios Mummy movie.
Oh.
And so like this is like trying to do their twist on it by, oh, it's not that he's a reincarnation of somebody from Aztec times. Rather, she just remembers who that ancestor was from Aztec times.
Yeah, they pulled the same thing with Shirley MacLaine in the 80s. And it's the same past life type of. The spiral thing, it seems a little old hat as well.
I feel like they bought that at Spencer's.
Yeah.
But like, do we go with the like electromagnetic?
Guys, I feel like this film is about to explode. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's just me. They are really ratcheting the hell out of this tension.
I think she needs a bit more laughing gas.
Yeah.
I think everyone in this room needs a bit more laughing gas.
Oh. That was an option when I went into labor, and I'm like, I'm good.
You need me?
I'm still here, you know. Just say the word.
Gonna rob the bank. Do something.
Oh, there she goes. All right. I don't know how she slept with that soundtrack blaring, but
yeah,
I think a lullaby could have done the same effect.
Yeah.
Wait, she's the same name as the
Progressive
insurance lady? Okay.
I was gonna say Flo.
Isn't that her name is Flo?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what.
Flo from Progressive.
Yeah. Uno, dos.
Wole bole.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Dan, 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 dan.
Door? Is that a translation or is that a name? Like they call her doll?
Muñeca is just the Spanish word for doll.
Oh, okay.
I will control delete your entire memory.
What would be the Spanish equivalent of Vincent Price speak? Because that's kind of what he looks like.
Mm.
Perez? Is he Vincent Perez?
Vicente? Vicente? I don't know. Bricio?
Buenos tardes. My casa on Haunted Hill. It's more Carol Channing than Vincent Price. I apologize.
I've never been so close to spitting stuff on the floor. Ew.
Well, who's the guy under the table that just shrunk in too?
That's probably his Robin.
Oh.
If he's the Bat, he's the Rob.
I think Vincent Price was in a movie called The Bat, which is it's more of a murder. The guy, there's a killer in that who looks like this guy too, all dressed in black.
And what this guy has over that guy is that there's no one around to get offended over his outfits.
That's true.
He's like, I'll go to Mexico. No one can get offended over my use of blackface.
It's a mess. Come on. I'm a bat.
Look, see? Duh. What, do I have to cut my mouth?
How many albino bats do you see?
Do I have to put ears to tell people that?
El Blanco. My name is El Blanco.
I can't wear bat ears, then I have to get rid of my awesome fedora.
Linkara? I'm the bat. Who's Lightbringer?
Linkara videos?
Oh, knowing what kind of webcomic he used to make back in the day, I can see him use hypnosis as a plot device.
Going back
I've heard that so many people, or just Andres told me who they were, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
How many versions of himself has Linkara fought? Just one?
Too many.
Okay.
That sounds like a weird version of therapy. That sounds like Ready Player One therapy. Like you're in the Oculus and you got to like fight the versions of yourself to like be the better person.
No, you see, Laura, he's got to imagine that he's like Godzilla. And like Godzilla overcomes his obstacles, you got to be like Godzilla fighting your own obstacles.
Oh. Wait, no, so he's Manila? It's just Linkara and Godzilla's revenge being like, you gotta fight your own battles.
Linkara says.
No, that makes him Godzilla. He's not Godzilla. He's Manila. He's Manila in a hat, and I don't even know.
Godzilla says I have to write my own battles, you know?
I've got to make original content. You're like, no.
Oh no, they got the sorority tapes.
Oh.
He's a name.
This is before the close-up was invented, by the way.
It looks like Toku Punk is liking us making fun of Linkara.
Don't talk about me, you son of a bitch.
I'll make my Wait, no, that's the only thing I know is that video you sent me of him yelling at people, being mad at him not making content for stuff. We're like, that's your fucking job, sir.
It's kind of sad that he was ranting about people. Oh God, she's afraid of the priests. I can relate to that.
It's fine, Warm. You were a woman. It's fine.
I thought it was gonna be the traditional. She's hysterical.
He's slapping her.
We did the dirty, and by dirty I mean real dirty.
Is it peacock feathers? Is that what those are?
Good question.
Yep.
They look like peacock feathers for the actual props themselves.
Very punk rock. So first they curse you with the indignity of wearing the headdress, and now they're going to cut the head off. So we're going to see.
I mean, they're cutting the head off of the person who's not wearing it. They're like, you don't have the head to wear the peacock feathers.
Drink your Ovaltine.
These birds scream like a woman being murdered, so we have to wear their feathers on our head. It just looks like she's getting a swirly. What are they doing? Like, what's going? Oh, okay.
This is the part you don't want to see.
It just kind of seems like their one friend's just really drunk, and they're just trying to be like, "No, it's fine." Like it's her birthday.
It's her quinceañera.
Yeah, like we gotta hold her hair back. It's fine.
I gotta sit through this. The singer was a friend of the family, you know.
One thing led to another.
She's first soprano in high school chorus. It's fine. It's fine. Is it a kazoo?
She just went snowboarding, I believe. Awkward tan line. There's a lot of interesting things here to comment on, let me tell you.
There's so many feathers and face paint.
Yeah. And my question, though, is it culturally insensitive to make fun of it?
That's a really, really good question.
No, they're all dead. So who's left to be a fourth? That's what I asked.
It is weird to watch it because I feel like I'm watching like an American movie and be like, oh god, wait. I'm like, wait, no.
This is made by the people.
They're doing it.
Descendants of the people who made it. They're appropriating.
Americans bastardize their own culture through movies, so I'm sure
it's
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in a way, it's like there are still like how would you say indigenous Mexicans around in modern day Mexico.
Yeah. Okay, they all still speak the languages and everything.
Oh yeah. They keep the traditions alive. They keep a lot of their culture alive. Meanwhile, you have like 50% of the majority of the Mexican population have their ancestry from indigenous populations. So in a way, it's like the people making this movie at the time did descend from these people, but at the same time, those purely indigenous people did still exist alongside them. So it is a really moral conundrum here. But I can definitely guarantee you they did not consult with anyone making this movie in 1957.
Man.
Like, what was that? I think it was Mel Gibson who directed or produced a movie about Aztecs. It was called like Apocalypto, I think.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he probably did more research.
And if there's anybody who's racially sensitive, Mel Gibson.
Which is weird. No, that's weirdly true though. Like,
for the record, I have not seen Apocalypto, but I have been very curious about it for years.
I do remember seeing that.
Wait, no. Oh god, no. I didn't mean that.
What?
You said Mel Gibson, right? No, I was thinking.
Were you thinking guy on the floor with the burger?
No.
That's David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
No.
Who were you thinking?
Oh, no.
Mel Brooks?
Yes.
You got Mel Gibson and Mel Brooks confused.
To be fair, Laura, to help out, give Laura a break, I have done the mistake as well. Like Mel Brooks, Mel Blanc, Mel Gibson, Mel
My God, could you imagine Mel Brooks and Mad Max?
Brooks done a very good job of being like, isn't it really stupid that we're making fun of a Native American people? It's like, yeah, it is. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to show you how stupid it is that we're making fun of these. It's like, how? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Oh fuck, man.
It's like he always knows where to direct the source of the comedy.
Yeah. No, Mel Brooks was fucking great, making fun of like all of the Native Americans in Blade of Sat. Oh no, I feel so bad now. I'm gonna go to bed.
Come on, we don't want this music. We want a nice Aztec song. Swing low, sweet check.
Yes. Apocalyptico.
You start whipping out what makes the red man red. Like, oh no!
There's a question. So,
whoa! Jump back, kiss myself.
What were you saying?
Do you think so? The people that are still native. Do you think? I guess I wouldn't know the answer if I looked it up. Would they have done like I don't know if the word like not a restoration, but like a protection project for some of like the Aztec temples, or is that? Because like obviously when they did filming there, they were just walking over some of them. But is that something that would still happen now?
They're tourist attractions now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're definitely tourist attractions. I want to say like maybe it could be like local governments protecting the likes of say the pyramid El Castillo in Cancun, or what was it, the Pyramid of the Sun near Mexico City. Mm-hmm. I figured they probably treat them as like World Heritage sites.
Yeah. Well, it's the equivalent of like national parks for some of them, isn't it?
That I have not looked into, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Because I was looking, was it not El Blanco, Mont Blanc is the one that I was looking into.
Matt Blanc.
Matt Blanc. No. Oh, God. But yeah, like some of the ones that I was doing like research into it have been like the equivalent of like state parks.
So there is some.
Yeah, okay. Like the I don't want to say too much because it just says that I'm just like looking into random things and it wouldn't make any sense. But like the Salt Lake the like laguna surrounding that is a state park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Peter, what? Peter Pan. I swear I have not looked at the screen for like 5 minutes and we're still taking place.
Well, I mean, we just talked over an astounding musical number. That was Bob Fosse levels of wow.
They hypnotized her.
They just couldn't get the timing right, I think, between the singing and the instrumentation.
It was a step to the right that they should not have taken.
Right. Then put their hands on their hips and.
Like, unfortunately, we made her look into the future, where she imagined a future reincarnation of herself at one of Diddy's freak-offs.
Oh,
that's why she's
party like a Diddy party.
Oh God. They're there.
The diddler can't diddle no more.
Oh, God.
It's over. They got him.
I've never been so excited for what is that? What's the 50 Cent one?
Oh, did he do it?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, 50 Cent, I love you.
Okay, so look, according to Google, yes, some Mesoamerican structures are protected as World Heritage Sites.
Mm.
These architectures is known for its pyramids, palaces, temples, plazas, ball courts, and sculptures. Let's see. In addition to protecting Mesoamerican structures, organizations like Rewild are also working to protect the region's natural and cultural heritage. So yeah, there are definitely what do you call it? The UNESCO. It's the UNESCO. Oh, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, World Heritage Site Organization.
Unless they need to build a dam, and they're like, "Hey, it's fine. We'll flood that shit. It's cool.
We don't need that pyramid. It's been around long enough.
We will totally note that this ball court is flooded." We're like, "Oh, cool."
Well, at least let people know that it was here at one point.
It was exactly here in this reservoir that is now full of water. That was my favorite, like, wormhole that I went into, where it's just like, oh, apparently in the 1960s they were just like, we're gonna erase all of this culture by literally flooding it with water. When do the wrestlers show up?
Oh, not in this movie.
Oh,
3 hours from now.
Okay.
Sit tight.
You mean when it's not Halloween anymore?
No, if it is actually like late enough, we can skip over to the third movie.
I'm gonna skip
I appreciate
that. When are we gonna get to the wrestler fact? The bat. We have the bat for now to contend with.
Yeah.
He's kind of homemade,
wrestler-ish.
Yeah,
adjacent.
Funny enough, there is a wrestling superhero in. There is a made-up wrestling superhero in the second Aztec mummy named Angel.
Oh, boy, just call him Angel in the morning.
When I used to work at the veterans home, there was a resident who was named, like, his name was Angel, but his name was Angel.
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that hell is in your name, it just seems to like, Angel.
He's a fallen angel.
Yeah. Amadas. And oh no, what is it? What's the song? Amadas.
What?
Amadas. I feel like now we're all trying to like figure out what's going on in the movie.
Yeah.
We have to pay attention to it. We're like, I guess, has anybody here actually been like hypnotized? Because we were talking about that earlier.
There was always that guy at like your graduation, like big bash or whatever, or the school functions who'd be like, "Come up on stage and you'll look like a chicken in front of everybody." No, that
Right, and I think that's a Midwest thing.
it's just that and cornhole. That's all we have.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Brayton?
It's family functions.
I only said this, Brayton, because I knew that was something that I had, and I didn't know if it was something that you had, but apparently it's not something the other two had.
You both look at you like you're both crazy.
So, no, did you not? Oh, so in the Midwest, if after they have like dance functions,
they
would have like after parties that they would want you to go to, so they would not know that you were all like fucking each other. Like,
exactly right. And I went to that one instead of fucking, and I witnessed because I never volunteered, but no, there was a guy there who would like pick 4 of the kids, come up on stage, and I'll say hoochie boochie and snap my fingers, and you'll all be out like a light.
And then you'll be like clucking like a chicken.
What?
Exactly right.
Yeah,
And,
no.
What age group?
High school.
Teenagers, high school, junior, senior
like
prom.
instead of, so you would go to prom or you go to like homecoming, and then like afterward they would have
And
like,
then you wouldn't get.
this is for people who weren't popular, so you could just shut the fuck up. But you would go to like the after party. You would go to like after. It would be like this.
Yeah,
like,
and they'd have just functions there, like get your characters done, and just like school games and things. Yeah.
They'd have like a hypnotist, and then like so you would go on stage. But even like so, I remember when I went to it, my friend was next to me, and they were still hypnotized because they were like just paying attention, and they'd be like, you either like cluck like a duck, or like you say like weird things you've never said before, and like the thing that they probably don't do anymore, which they probably did before, which is like, hey, like talk like you're in some sort of like accent.
Yeah, that got a little testy.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, so it was just like, yeah. So apparently, you guys just had all of this like extramarital affairs, or not extramarital. Would it be like?
I don't think anyone was married in high school.
No, you never know.
Well, those were the southern states.
Yeah, the Midwest, we weren't married, but it was all about abstinence. So yeah, no,
right.
it was you would go to prom, you'd go to homecoming, and then you would go get hypnotized.
I
No,
never went to a dance. I don't know.
no. Andres, do you go to any dances?
Well, but I do know that wasn't a thing after.
Okay, it wasn't after. Yeah,
I
was like the whole time. I'm like, did anybody get hypnotized? I'm like, I bet Brayton was a part of something.
I witnessed it, but no, I will not give my body to another man to make me do obscene things in public. So no, I mean, part of it is I don't really believe in hypnotism and all the power of suggestion and all that, but at the same time, I'm not going to subject myself to any tests.
I feel like if you believe, because like my friend next to it was just like he believed it. It was just like, yep, I'm gonna. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I'll be back.
Okay.
And we have Doomzilla, who has entered the chat now. Hey, Doom, thank you for joining us. We are currently doing a live watch of the Aztec Mummy. The link is in the description, the very first one.
You know, if only I had a ski mask, I could throw on a black hat and turn my webcam on and be the bat for the evening. But no one needs to see that. It is dark as shit there. Look at, oh my god, they are in another portal to another dimension.
Like, this guy just looks like a floating head at this point.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh.
Whoa.
Mothman. That whole thing's gonna collapse.
Okay, so I believe they were at the pyramid, supposedly where the past girl and guy
was
died.
To be sacrificed.
Yeah, was sacrificed to inspect some ancient tomb or make some big grand discovery. And now we have Pinacate, who I like to call Mexican Jerry Lewis.
Now, do you like Pinacate? And getting caught in the agua.
It sometimes serves as a decent salsa.
Gonna go bed. Okay.
Okay, but
At what point are these people going to split up and be picked off one by one?
All right, gang, let's split up and search for clues. I'll be over here setting up a trap for the bat.
I don't know what it's from, but I've seen the clip isolated, and they split up, but in different formations once. So it's Fred and Shaggy walking with each other, and they have nothing to talk about. It's awkward.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I saw another clip out of context where like Scooby and Shaggy leaves before Fred splits everyone up, and it's like, wait, I didn't even say who's going with who yet.
We know, yeah.
Yeah, like we know it's always us two. We're just saving time at this point.
We recently watched the what is it, the first one where like the ghosts were real.
Oh,
Zombie Island?
Yeah,
oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, we were gonna watch all three of them, but then like Zombie Island was just so good.
Doesn't he try peeling the mask off and the head comes off or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that.
Because it's like a trilogy, because there's that one which is really good, and then I don't remember the second one, but the other one has like aliens in it.
Oh, so I remember it was like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Yes.
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Not Cyber Chase.
That was later. Where did the reluctant werewolf fit into all of this?
Oh, that was way back when, like back in the 80s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was also with like Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, and
that's my favorite one.
Yeah, and Scooby-Doo in the Ghoul School.
Yeah. My favorite Scooby-Doo one is Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that one of these days.
We could watch it like 2 days from now, because that was supposed to be my like. Oh, we never got to watch our Halloween movies this year.
That's true.
So bad. Brayton, do you have movies that you watch every Halloween?
Yeah, I mean, like traditional type of things. This year I tried to do all new revisitings first visits of movies, and I had never seen Fright Night before, and I was pleasantly surprised.
I haven't seen that one either, so you're not alone there.
It's Roddy McDowell is fucking delightful. He plays kind of like a Peter Cushing type, but as a horror host who is recruited then to actually deal with real vampires. The way he just plays a nervous Nelly throughout it, who's has to come to the power of faith to actually defeat it's a delight of a movie. Kind of like a Rear Window in a way too, with this boy next door who suspects, this. Yeah.
Let's see, do you want to give a shout out to my friend Lydia, who's in the chat right now? You don't have to say it, Fred. We read the script. How you doing, Lydia? We are currently watching The Aztec Mummy. We are about 41 minutes and 22 seconds in. You can find the link in the description under where it says Movie 1.
And these poor dopes are hopelessly lost.
Yes. Was there a Fright? Oh, no. Is it Fright Night that they remade?
Yeah, they did do a remake.
Yeah.
Does it have like Anton Yakov in it? No, who's in that one? Is McLovin in that one?
Oh my god.
Is that who's? Right?
I will tell you though, I watched on the same night as a double feature though, Fright Night with the original Lost Boys. Yeah, hard to say. Not a big fan of the Lost Boys, I have to tell you.
I didn't like that movie.
No, I like the spoiler alert for anybody. I like the grandpa like character they live with, and his like one big last line of all it is like it's an all timer, which is one problem with this town: too many goddamn vampires, and like that's a great line to end on. But no, I think that one just stunk to me too much of like young cool kid syndrome with some of these movies that I just don't get with.
I think I watched Lost Boys, and what's the one that has like Chumb, like the they find like the pirate ship under the water?
Goonies? Oh, that's the Goonies.
Yeah, I watched like Lost Boys and Goonies at the same time, but I was not at the age where that I could have appreciated that.
Right, just a lot of obnoxious boys.
Yeah, and I was just like put your shirt down. Like
yeah, the shuffle. Yeah,
I was just like,
it's
I
so
don't.
gross. We kind of
Yeah.
had that when we were watching Monster Squad years
Yeah,
back.
I remember.
We're like they're peeping on this girl changing across the street, and I had a realization of I hate this. I hate these people.
Yeah, I was just
Like you had to be at that age to appreciate it.
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I dug Monster Squad for the most
I
part.
liked Monster Squad better than the Goonies, but I remember watching like Goonies and Lost Boys where I'm just like, I don't understand anything that's going on.
And Corey Feldman's in both, right? Is he in Lost Boys? I don't remember.
One of them isn't it? One of the
He's in, or no, he's in Lost Boys, but I don't remember if he's in Goonies.
I don't think he's in Goonies.
Okay. Yeah.
Was there like an Asian actor in the Goonies?
It's Short Round.
Yeah, Short Round.
Okay, I was going to say, was that Short Round?
Yeah, Ki Hei Huan or something.
Yeah.
Who's now a really big star.
Right. Congrats to him on actually making it through with a comeback.
Yeah.
Because it's what's that? I never watched it. Nick liked it. He watched it. The movie where they like the Asian revival movie where they like go to different like is it universes?
Oh, the one that he's in?
Yeah.
Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah,
It's sort of a multiverse type
like
movie.
That movie.
Yeah, it's a more a family-based drama with a Matrix like tinge to it of being set in like a different, multiverse where everybody knows martial arts and the fate of the universe is at stake. Very high energy, very ADD at times, but I quite liked it.
Yeah,
It was sincere. Jamie Lee Curtis has sausage fingers at one point. It's a beautiful emotional triumph. I've never seen a movie so dark. This is the Dark Night of the Soul.
No, I'm reminded of like that one time when James Rolfe reviewed, what was it? Frankenstein versus Frankenstein versus
Dracula, right?
And then one of the three awful Dracula versus Frankenstein movies that was made, the print was so bad he couldn't see shit, even if he turned the contrast all the way up.
Yeah, I believe that was the I think that was the Spanish one. Or like the original one was called like Dracula contra Frankenstein or something. Michael Rennie was in it. It was like a big monster mash. So there was a mummy in there too. But no, you turn the contrast up on the TV, and even that wouldn't help.
It just turns from all black to all gray. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't help that the bat over here is already dressed in black.
Criterion, help! Restore this for fuck's sake. And there are like different labels out there. I don't know what the problem is, but there are different labels like not Arrow, but like sort of the offshoots from like restoration DVD labels out there that will do like more obscure Mexican horror. And
yeah,
maybe that's
I was going to say Vinegar Syndrome does it better than Arrow.
Yeah, I watched a movie this month, the Skeleton of Mrs. or Mr. Morales. It was a movie that Guillermo del Toro recommended on Twitter, and I found a copy of that online, and it was pristine and beautiful. But some of these, man, and for this to be the first in a long, well, kind of long, but infamous series,
yes,
it should have a little more attention paid to it. So damn whoever posted this to YouTube.
Then Vinegar Syndrome would be like, we'll restore it. We'll do it.
We'll do it. Who owns it? No one. Excellent.
We put out
commentary. Shot on video movies out.
Do you want the 4K version of it? We will.
We gave 4K to a movie shot on a VHS camcorder.
We will do it. Oh, I can see the pixels. They're so huge.
I can see why this was left out of the Blu-ray collection. And was instead replaced with Wrestling Women versus the Aztec Mummy.
Someone just said Tia Carrera, and now I'm interested.
Let's see, how far are we into this movie? We're 47 minutes. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize we're almost 2/3 of the way in the movie and still no Aztec Mummy.
Man.
Like, I wasn't expecting this to be good.
But no, there is a lot of padding going on here.
Oh,
or no, I'm sorry, shoe leather is what they call it when it's just walking.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't even soft, man. This is
Like it started out pretty good, I'd say, up until the extended sacrifice scene.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
we're kind of coasting downhill.
Now I just feel like I've been watching people trying to break into a car for like 45 minutes.
No, I'll get my jack. I left it at home.
Yeah, let me just jimmy it in there. I've got my Slim Jim.
What, you don't carry a spare tire? Oh.
Damn it, Benito, we gave you one job.
You mean you've never been
I'm sorry, senor. I am too short to reach the wheel.
That's my Mexican small person voice, and I apologize for it. And I would have done that in front of all of my peers had I been hypnotized.
Yes. Oh, Andres, have you ever been hypnotized?
So, I do remember I was on a cruise ship and it was a magic show, and I remember the magician did hypnotize a few people, and then I think he tried practicing it in the audience, trying to describe hypnotism as it's not like what you see in the movies. It's simply meant to make you relax and put you in this relaxed state of mind. Yeah, like the realistic, boring kind of hypnotism. And so he practiced it on us, and it's like, well, I guess I feel a little sleepy.
I feel like I quit smoking, but I wasn't smoking before.
They have those on YouTube as well. They have like
you are now a Mexican. Holy shit!
Orale!
Oh, and we got Toku Society, who is in the chat. Yo, happy anniversary, man. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate your support after all these years.
How many of your Halloween streams have I been on, Andres?
I'm sorry. I have been what was it? Let's see. Or you have been.
Yeah, I'm just selfishly centered here.
That's a really good question. Because I've been doing this for 10 years now.
You and I kind of met in 2015, I think.
Let's see. Yes, so like roughly, late 2015, at least post G-Fest 2015.
Yeah, so I think this is either my 6th or 7th Halloween stream.
You've at least been on over half of these Halloween streams.
Oh my god. My tenure. No, Eduardo.
I have to. Someone's got to make this movie watchable.
Don't do something. Oh my god, we now have the experience of holding a flashlight while your dad fixes the sink in a movie.
Point it over here.
Okay, so like if he can discover something through hypnotism, that proves that his hypnotism research is real.
Aha.
I remember when I was little, my grandma had the like stop smoking hypnotism tapes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't work. She had them.
I was gonna say, was it just like that one comedian who used to scream a lot? It's like, stop smoking!
It sounded like
Sam Kinison.
music.
Yeah, Sam Kinison.
Yeah. Oh god. No. It was like waves crashing. You'd just be like, and then it sounded like Enya. Because I remember listening to it and I'm just like, what's going on? But yeah, it didn't work. So
Is that the mummy?
I think it's hard to tell. It's so damn dark.
That's a smoker's lung, I think.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I feel like we're watching like really old Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doctor, I've noticed, like, from my limited experience with Classic Who, they would take their sweet time with plots to stretch them across 4 episodes each.
No, young man, we need to stretch this out for a 15 series.
Famous last words.
We have so much more of this movie to go.
What more could possibly happen?
So there's no wrestling in this movie?
No wrestling in this movie. Just
a real struggle uphill.
yes. And we got a vigilante at least.
Right.
Who has done nothing so far in this movie.
I've hidden a poison elixir in all of your drinks.
And I will not give you the cure unless you give me my damn Nobel Prize for hypnotism.
Balls in your court.
Oh. Did they even have the Nobel Prize then? When was that one?
Good question. Let's see.
They don't have a Nobel Prize. They have no prize. Is what they...
Then that dynamite fellow invented it. Established by 1895. So yeah.
Well, oh, that's way earlier than I thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Prizes were first awarded in 1901.
Oh.
So a good 6 years later.
But still, way before this.
Mm-hmm.
The curse.
Oh, sure. You were very skeptical about hypnotism, but curses, however, that's totally fine.
I mean, that makes sense. Hypnotism is probably science at this point in time.
By the way, because this this trilogy of Aztec mummy movies were made within over the course of back to back over the course of a year, there's actually a heavy use of stock footage from this movie used in the second and third films, which I find astounding.
Can you guess what it is? It's the Aztec ceremony.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably that. It's like, hey, remember that time I was hypnotized and I imagined something that you guys clearly can't see?
It was a fun time. Let's revisit it now.
Oh, now they're just talking about like astral projection and
star signs.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm gonna change my username to the Divine Maestro.
That sounds beautiful, yeah.
The line itself is way too good for this movie.
Oh yeah. So demure.
Mm.
Oh, I totally forgot, Token Society. If you're still watching, we were doing a live watch of the Aztec Mummy, which the link is in the description. Currently past the halfway point. We're almost done with the movie. There's about like 20 minutes left. And we
saw approximately 2 seconds of an Aztec mummy emerging, we think.
Yeah.
We think. It was very dark.
It was either that or swamp gas.
There might have been a weather balloon. We don't know.
Yep.
It was a barn owl.
Woohoo!
For any fans of Trey the Explainer out there.
Well, that was yesterday.
Like, I just want the other movie to start now.
I just can't. I just feel terrible thinking about that tomb. But stop thinking about it, child.
No. No.
I don't.
They look like. This looks like they're in like a store. Like who like whose dining room looks like this? I don't understand.
the bougiest of Mexicans, apparently.
I guess.
Fourth wall break. Fourth wall break. Oh. You're watching me? And they're watching another movie.
Alamada?
Wow. Big Samsung flat screen TVs back then.
It looks like a mirror. It does look cool though. I like that effect.
This looks like a job for Dick Tracy.
This looks like a job for the floating nose. Lips.
Is Almada like a pretty common last name?
Almada. Let me check.
I had an Almada when I went to high school because we were talking about dancing and all that stuff. And he was famous for throwing a tomato at Trump when he was.
Oh, that's his claim to fame.
Yeah, it's like the guy who threw a shoe at Bush.
Yeah, he threw a tomato at Trump, and I was just like, I know that dude. It's Anthony Almada.
Sign my tomato.
Yes, I was proud. I was like,
yeah.
I'm sure his mother was very upset because she was like an etiquette quote, like coach, and then his son was just like tomato to that man's face. But yeah, I was just like, I know that dude.
When his mom berated him, he's like, tomato. You know?
Yeah, and she's just like, did you use the right fork though? I taught you how to use the fork. Because you like, what is it? Etiquette and like affluent. What is the other coach thing? His mom was like the person that like people went to like for pageants, and she would like tell you like the right things to do. It was just funny when I was just like, oh, her son just like totally chucked a tomato at that dude's face. What is going on now?
I hear shuffling.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight sign of mummy activity. Guys, did you hear that? That's what it is. Okay, everybody turn around at the same time.
So what's the Hammer movie like for the Mummy? Like, what would this be in? Like, what movie would this have been based off of?
The Karloff Mummy, the Universal one, was kind of the singular one for the longest time, and well, this is what 60s. So yeah, this is 20 years after that. I think the Hammer Mummy had come out by then as well. That's like 59. Oh,
okay.
Hey, we finally got our Aztec mummy.
Yeah, and boy, he's looking rough.
I thought it was a lady.
And boy, are his arms tired.
Steven Tyler's pissed.
He does look like, yeah. Or Michael Myers. Michael Myers.
It's like Michael Myers in a toga.
Yeah.
Kind of young Jason.
Yeah.
Aww.
He's like, the power of Christ compels you to not.
They sent me on the welcoming committee.
He's impervious to wood. That's the Green Lantern, you moron.
The Green Lantern has no power in these black and white movies.
Never fight with the concierge, guys.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'll put under your pillow?
That wasn't a mint.
Hey, cardboard stone.
I feel kind of bad as much as I like the more, like, not the recent Mummy ones, the mid-tier Mummy movies. I don't know if I've actually seen the Boris Karloff.
Oh, the Karloff one isn't bad. It's sort of just a retread of Dracula, though. That story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's his name? The actor who played Van Helsing, Edward von Sloan, I think. He's also in Frankenstein, but he basically just plays an Egyptian like treasure hunter Van Helsing in that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there multiple ones, or is there just the?
Well, there's in terms of Universal Mummy movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Karloff one, and then there's like 3 or 4 like cheapy sequels with Lon Chaney Jr. And some people actually like those because they do introduce some weird mythos type things. But the Mummy, then that's really the version that we think of with the dragging the foot, and all bandaged up. Where Boris Karloff, he only spends like 30 seconds in the bandages. The rest of the time, he's got like I don't want to call it a dress, but the get up on.
Oh.
He also had a fez, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Nicotine, you're always there to soothe my pain. No more will I have to worry about undead abominations from hell.
Later, Joe Campbell, later. Oh, yeah, I forgot there was a little girl. When is she being sacrificed?
Hopefully very soon.
She's most susceptible. You think they'd hypnotize her. Eduardo.
Now I just want to watch the old Mummy movie. Oh.
I've never seen the Brendan Fraser Mummy.
What?
Really?
Yeah. No.
You've never seen the Brendan Fraser movie?
No, I watched it was on a VHS tape. It was on a trail. There was a trailer for it, and I always got scared by the locusts that would appear in the trailer.
The Beatles, yeah. Those
Beatles, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we could fully endorse that movie.
Hey,
what a concept!
Yeah. Oh. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Is that Brendan Fraser movie?
Nice.
I want a cigarette.
I want to watch a movie. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We got this knockoff pulp crime thriller thing going on.
Or just the odd couple here with these two.
Wait, so have you you haven't seen any of them? Any of the Mummy movies?
No, I've caught maybe 10 minutes of it over the years, on TV or whatever, but never sat down through the entire thing.
I feel like I'm just gonna demand an afternoon of your time now.
Yeah, I want to at some point.
What you doing next weekend? We could do it.
How many are there?
3.
Oh, okay.
No, there's only 2.
But 2. I was gonna say, but 2 are good.
Let's not mention the Scorpion King.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about
That's actually better than the other one.
Okay.
What were there 4 Scorpion King movies?
I think there's 3.
Yeah,
Evil comes in thirds.
Yeah. But no, those are still better than the third Mummy movie.
Yeah. I think
could have just waited till that lady was done having her baby, and then they could have had her in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They changed they changed the main actress.
Yeah. She just needed to be done having James Bond's baby, and then she could have been in the movie. But no, they were like, we need to make this now.
They're like, Jet Li is only available for a certain amount of time.
That's bullshit. He's available all the time. When are the wrestlers gonna happen?
Man, this little girl lives in a pit of existential depression. Look at this.
Not every Mexican movie needs wrestling in it.
All the ones you've shown me have had that in it.
And they're better for it, so you have a point.
Yes. I remember last year, I did like all 3 movies, but that last one was just really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the sequel. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed that they can make lightning strike twice.
Yes. Mil Mascas was the savior, because those other 2 movies were good, but then I'm just like, this is the camp that I need in my life, because it's 3:00 in the morning and I need something.
Hey, could you imagine watching this with a head cold? I don't think
it
people
must be
would
so
survive.
hard for you.
Yeah, my throat is raspy. I don't know if anybody can hear that, but I feel otherwise.
Can't see it though, Brayton. Can't see it.
You want to see my uvula?
You know what this movie's giving? It's giving me flashbacks to
your childhood.
Well, obviously.
Yes.
The pyramid,
was there wrestling in your life?
The hypnotism, the wrestling, the mummies, the golden breastplates.
Which you still wear?
Oh, of course. I never leave home without it.
Oh, that's.
I mean, he hasn't had a mask on this entire time.
Is that?
He's like, I'm not doing this year.
I was gonna say, what this reminds me of is the Beast of Yucca Flats.
Oh, and isn't it happy to be reminded of that? That's the standard
at
of quality.
At the very least, they're not out in the open where it's like
with the narrator saying the wheel of progress every 5 minutes.
But it's like we're waiting for something to happen. That's the thing that reminds me of the Beast from Yucca Flats.
Yeah, it's very
Oh no. Oh, okay, get back.
This got to be like what, the third time she's looked for water.
This music always followed me when I'd wake up from a nightmare and look for water myself. I like
how the music just ended only for it to start again.
Music has been relentless. I will give it that as well. What were they shooting at? The world may never know. Oh. In a way, this is cheating because they don't need a special effect. It's all the power of suggestion.
Hypnotic suggestion.
Oh my god.
Santa?
Santos?
El Santos.
He's going to be making you say Santa Maria.
I know your parents don't love you, Lupita.
Oh. Was the Beast of Yucca Flats, was that a MS?
It was, yes.
Okay.
I also forced Andres to watch. It was as well as Up Mill Creek.
Oh.
On my channel, yeah. Great movie.
Not endorse it.
No. You know what I watched recently? I watched a bit of it. I don't know if the guy editing it has finished it. Imagine that. But someone did like a silent film version of the Lugosi Dracula. And it kind of works even better, I think.
Interesting.
It's a bridge, obviously.
Kind of thing?
But yeah, it's their own fan edit of it. Okay, the music is unnecessary. This is a still shot.
I said action, not
in action. It's my favorite thing you've ever said. That's like the all-time like one-line critique of a movie.
I will ride it into the fucking ground.
Slowly he walks.
Is this my cue? Is this my cue?
They just didn't give him a flashlight and wrote that off as performance.
Sorry, guys. Which way am I supposed to walk?
Oh, Lego. Oh, another Lego. Oh.
He keeps stepping on a bunch of rakes. I mean, his face looks like he just got hit by 10,000 rakes.
Yeah. How are they sleeping through this music?
Well, at the very least, they got the obligatory monster carries the
woman carrying a limp woman through a doorway. Well, people had low standards back then. Oh no. And he's too late to save her.
Wait a minute. Is there something happening in this movie?
This dumpy guy.
There's less than 8 minutes left. Something better happened.
He's going to spring into action.
Just going to sneak past this window. Hopefully no one will see me. Certainly no balding middle-aged men.
He's not even going to get his fly up. You can't attack an Aztec
mummy. Let me get my pants up to my nipples. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, this was 1957 after all.
Oh, just melodic. This is wonderful on the eardrums. Oh, there's your wrestling.
He's even doing the pull toward Johnson.
That's right. This is one line of dialogue that he rides into the ground. Well,
no, she said no.
There goes the bride.
You know, also the music kind of reminds me a little bit of like Creature from the Black Lagoon. Ba, ba, ba!
Yeah, right. If they played that cue continuously.
Ba, ba, ba!
Just gotta walk her all the way back to the temple.
Oh wait, where? No, don't step up the camera. No. It's so dark you couldn't even tell where the crew was.
Oh.
Are we finally going to do something, Senor Bat?
No. Every time I see Tinder, it just looks like Tinder.
Tinder meetup gone wrong.
Oh, no.
Never.
I met the Creature from the Black Lagoon guy.
Oh, nice.
Dead.
Oh, delightful. Ben Chapman, was that his name?
I was with Brian, who was friends with Matt from Monstrosities, and we were trying to figure out what his shirt said, and we were both wrong.
Oh, what did it say?
Well, it said like Florida State, and so then he thought Brian went. I think Matt did too. They went to like Arizona State University, and same colors. And then I thought it said Iowa State University, which is the same colors. And he was like, no, it's Florida. And we're like, oh, we're both wrong. And then we like walked away.
You're like, oh, Florida.
Like, would make sense the Gill Man was from Florida.
Yeah. And he was right next to the Greasy Strangler people.
Nice. Yes. Do we know if the Greasy Strangler is going to be at Days of the Dead Chicago?
I don't think so.
Are we watching the original Greasy Strangler with this mummy?
There's no other.
Oh, imagine.
That's the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah. And now there's a new movie from the same director called Ebony and Ivory.
Oh, that'll be tasteful.
It's about how Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder made that song when they went out on vacation together, except the movie has nothing to do with them actually making the song. It's just Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney dicking around for 2 hours.
Oh, God, that sounds like Bubba Hotep.
And the actor who played Sky Elabar, the guy who plays the son of the Greasy Strangler, is Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I was like, if you say Stevie Wonder, I'm like, I'm gonna be out.
Oh. I mean, you can consider it the role of a lifetime.
Yeah, you could. You could. Have either of you seen Bubba Hotep?
I haven't, unfortunately.
What?
Many, many, many moons ago.
Oh, I think you would like it.
I like the black guy who thinks he's JFK, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what is his name? He's like the best part of that whole movie.
Yeah.
No. Osmos? What is his name? That's my favorite part. Oh, we'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch that, Andres. I will. I'll submit that to you.
Yeah.
It's probably like a peak Bruce Campbell performance. What is that? This man is finally with other people now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Old man Jenkins.
What?
It's the guy with the YouTube atheist facial hair.
Oh.
The amazing atheist.
No. A long forgotten evil.
Keep him away from any bananas.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
I am ashamed that I know what he's talking about with the banana thing. Banana Gate, never forget.
Banana Gate? Oh, there's so many gates. I just don't even know the food-related ones.
Don't worry, Laura. This is another channel awesome viewed.
Oh.
So you know exactly what you're going to get yourself into. There's a great YouTuber who made a whole documentary about this guy. I'll send it to you later.
What is happening?
I can't see. Who was that?
Oh, you see what you're seeing? It's what you don't see. That's the genius here. You see, this guy's breaking all the rules.
It's avant-garde.
It's avant-garde filmmaking here.
I feel like this is like choose your own adventure, where it's just like the end is there.
God.
It's like everything is happening, and nothing is happening. Like everything is finally happening at once, and we don't know what's going on.
It looked like a Rorschach thing for a second there. Like I thought I saw a face, but it was sideways, and I'm just like, what's going on?
In the second film, they learned to take the lens cap off the camera.
Like, oh.
Oh,
it is the power of Christ that's compelling him.
Oh.
All right, guys, I can't hold it much longer. Guys?
That's the same wall from earlier. Why this woman is just like drug around forever. She said, "Stop it."
Oh, and he exploded with the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite. Well, surely there can't be any Aztec mummy movie after this.
Not unless they use stock footage, Brayton.
Anything is possible with the power of stock footage.
Oh, okay, so the dad died.
Ah. Great last shot.
Oh, so the movie just ends.
Just put a U in the middle of F and N. Fun.
Wait, it's not. Oh, wait. Oh.
You missed it, Laura. The movie just ends.
And it was a genius ending, too.
Oh.
It explained everything. Is what it did.
Oh.
The movie magically became a masterpiece.
Right. Suddenly it was like you're shocked into widescreen Technicolor and
a bagel, and then it turned into this Red Letter Media video.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's the Nightmare on Elm Street series review part 1 is what just started playing immediately after.
Oh boy. So that was the Aztec Mummy, the original, unaltered, uncompromised original vision from this comedy director turned failed horror director. And now I can see why he should have stuck back to comedies.
Yes.
Now, to give this movie credit, I feel like there's some decent ideas here. In fact, I feel like this is the perfect movie to remake. I feel like there's a lot you can do to improve upon this movie, and there's enough decent ideas that are worth exploring.
You want
ideas,
like a Blumhouse version of this? Is that what you're saying?
Honestly, like given how Blumhouse sometimes will strike gold, I honestly think they might be able to pull something off with this one.
Feel like we did La Llorona.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did La Llorona.
They
But in any case, I'm glad that Mil Máscaras decided, you know what this movie needed? Fucking wrestling. And we got a better movie, a much significantly better movie than this. I am still curious how the Robot versus the Aztec Mummy turned out, but I am aware that a lot of it is padding with stock footage from this movie and the second movie.
Yeah,
so,
I've only seen the MST version, but I can confirm the guy with the goatee does come back as a evil mad scientist.
Okay.
And he sticks a guy inside said robot. And the fight is very, they jostle with each other, and much in Universal fashion, the castle explodes, and there you go.
So would you say it was more stuff happened than in this movie?
They turned the lights on. So that was something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So perhaps we will save that for another time. But until then, I think it's time to wash our palate. I will say, before we move on to the next movie, I am glad that I finally saw the movie, given its cult status and its somewhat rarity in terms of film preservation.
Right.
And I will certainly say I had a much better time watching it with you guys than watching it by myself.
Oh, God.
You're kind of like you're a paleontologist, combing back through the centuries, and you come up with just like a dinosaur's dick or something.
Yeah. Like brushing off that bone.
It's like, hey, this may be ancient shit, okay, but it is ancient, and that's what gives it its value. So let's see here. So we're going to be skipping over to the third movie, which is Aztec. The two what year did I say? 2015 movie Aztec Revenge, which is the third of the modern Mil Máscaras movies. Now, last year I just shared the link again in the private chat for Brayton here.
Okay, got it.
Let's see. Just gonna get the link ready on my end.
Do you remember last year, Brayton? This was like the breath of fresh air that we all needed. Like those other two movies were really good, but I
recall vividly saying at the end of that movie was possibly the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life up to that point.
Yeah.
And I am curious, Andres,
like
your recapping or your thoughts of Mil Máscaras.
Yes, the world must know.
Yeah. Yes, and so.
It was such a find, and I thank you for sharing that with all of us.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Really glad you guys all enjoyed it. So yeah, to quickly catch people up to speed, the 5 of you that are still here. So Mexican luchador wrestling movies have been a very big thing back in the 60s and 70s. Where they would take these larger-than-life characters out of the ring and onto the big screen, usually in action movies, horror movies, fighting off all sorts of terrorists and demons and monsters and vampires, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And eventually they kind of went away as the trends changed with the times. But however, Mil Máscaras, arguably one of the top 3 most popular Mexican wrestlers of all time, ended up bringing back this trend starting in 2007 with Mil Máscaras versus the Aztec Mummy. He later followed it up with another movie called Academy of Doom in 2008. And then a good number of years later in 2015, he came out with Aztec Revenge. Now, will this movie live up to the first one?
It's an impossibly high standard and bar, because I was stunned to my core by just how earnest and fun that movie was, and all elements of it worked in its favor for just making like the greatest modern bad movie, but in a good, sincere way I'd ever seen.
Right.
And kind of reminiscent in some ways of like your geezer teasers where Bruce Willis would be winding down and would be doing something at a very advanced age that he would have been doing when he was in his 30s. But through Mil Máscaras' just pure enthusiasm in that part, I remember his eyes being wide the entire time and shocked at every new piece of information he was presented. I'm hoping for more bad dubbing. Looking for that. And there are characters from that do return, right? Like the
yes,
the
I believe
assistant
the scientist guy does come back from the first movie
with the bow tie.
Yeah. With the bow tie. Honestly, I do give credit to the YouTuber who uploaded this for renaming it Mil Máscaras Aztec Revenge, which makes it so much easier to search up.
Right.
And it's a much cooler name than just simply Aztec Revenge. Same goes for Mil Máscaras Academy of Doom. Or heck,
his own it's like oh god, what is the Robin Williams college movie? Captain, My Captain.
Fuck. What was it? Dead Poet Society.
It's like that with Mil Máscaras.
Dead Wrestler Society.
Yeah.
We had to watch that in school, and I just remember everybody crying.
Yeah.
We only saw the intro part, the most famous part, the Carpe Diem scene in school.
Seize the day and stay thirsty, my friends.
That's what Mil Máscaras says.
I'm choosing not to walk because I'm Mil Máscaras.
Although, again, like given Mil Máscaras' advanced age at this point, I think he was in his 50s, I mentioned last year, and he's still not only in like amazing shape, but is also doing a majority of these stunts, if not all of these stunts.
I don't know if it was him, but I want to believe that it was. He did a swan dive off of a giant, on a group of guys.
All right, so let's see if he can make lightning strike twice if he still had the magic almost 10 years ago now? Jesus Christ. I said these were the new luchador movies, and now they're not so new anymore. All right.
Let's all still believe that we're, living in the early 2000s. And
Absolutely. Where emo was still big, new metal was still big, fucking Limp Bizkit was still big.
Oh, God.
Shen Night Shyamalan was still big.
Limp Bizkit was not big during this time.
That's true. That was 2015. I was thinking like 10 years prior. All right, so let's start play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, already a tribute to the last film. You can't see shit. Okay.
Including a robber who dresses in black.
Oh.
That's the scientist guy, right?
I think so. Interesting that the YouTuber decided to put the highest quality at 720 with 60 frames.
They look like they're in front of an elementary school. What's going on?
Hey, you cleared out my desk. Oh.
What are you doing in the props department?
Oh, that's where my tiki torch is.
Oh, so they're robbers who put everything back. They're interesting that way.
Are they in a sorority? Is that what it is?
Oh, they probably filmed this at a university for most of their sets.
It looks like a sorority. Like, I feel like this is like Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh no, they didn't bring any boom mics with them.
The box.
What's in the butt? Oh, I got it.
No mess with Shakespeare. Oh yeah.
I was out here doing nothing.
Staring into the camera deeply and sensually.
Hello, it is my friend, like Al Pacino.
Mascachino.
Just pull the side with my hand. Is this going to turn into one of those, like, what is it, Nescam ads? Like the coffee? What's the fancy coffee that's not like the...
Oh, a coffee grinder?
It's like Nespresso. They had all those, like, really fancy, like, high-end ads with, like, Al Pacino and, like, Ben Affleck.
Oh.
I don't know how to tell you this. They robbed the entire set, and I'm literally in a void of shadow.
Like wrestling.
Wrestling and then performing open heart surgery on a 12-year-old at the same time. Oh my God!
Not the press.
Yes!
Oh, you weren't wrong.
Like, please tell me he was talking while in the ring, and he was.
Everybody keep it down. It's my super smart friend. Hey.
Get the cat claws out.
Why did he have to, like, expose his tits? Like,
they're the distraction. His golden. He calls it his golden breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think they're wrestling in the same school, but in the gymnasium.
Oh, you're probably right. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a steep budget decline from the first movie to the third.
I can already see that. Yes.
Every time I watch these, Andres, I really just want to make one with you in a Draco Azul mask.
He's got one.
Yes.
I know. All the means are there.
I could make costumes for both of you. What do you want to be, Brayton? What do you want to be?
Oh, I will play tribute to the Black Batman. Is what I'll do.
I was gonna say he'll be El Esqueleto Jr. Roger Cook? What exactly was he cooking when he produced this?
Oh, Christ. Where's that guy's movie?
God, I can imagine how much of a murder on the knees that body slam would have been.
I remember Nick was telling me one of the the WWE things he went to when he was younger, where it's just like all of these older wrestlers trying to like help each other while they were wrestling each
Up
other.
the stairs?
They hate each other. And they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna jump and you're gonna help me like flop over. And it's just he said it was just like it just broke all of the illusion of wrestling for him. We're just like all these it's just two old men trying to be entertaining. Now it's just like a music video is gonna break it.
Oh, it's Jumbo the Genie.
Like I wanted that way.
Oh, Pee-wee.
Dude, I totally want to have a disembodied head.
So yeah, the lights flickering is the freaky part.
Why does it just look like a boy band? Bye, bye, bye.
No.
I think it moved.
It's going to be present for the Kennedy assassination in a half hour, I think, with that look.
Is his daughter not a character in this one?
I don't think so, and I think she's supposed to be the new young attractive female lead.
What? They have to age up for Mascaras. They have to. At a certain point, it gets sad. It's like Audrey Hepburn kissing George Burns. No one wants to see that.
I'm gonna say she kind of looks like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
Are they not in the same scene together?
Oh, that could be why she's got the scarf around her head.
Clever.
They're not, are they? Oh, that was a man. That was a man that talked to him.
It's like, oh shoot, our two professors that we're using for this movie, their schedules just can't align.
What is this?
Can I ride on your jetpack? You won't get any altitude. Trust me. What is that supposed to mean? No, I'm just saying.
Meal Mascaras canceled for fat shaming.
Why is he have a Spider-Man mask on?
Why not? Why can't he wear a Spider-Man mask?
Who are these people? Why does it keep going back to like NSYNC?
Oh man, it's my court date too. They're gonna take my daughter away.
If only I had hands.
I'm here to vouch for you.
Hello. Sorry, I had to change my mask again from when I arrived at the university to when I meet you.
I will be your character witness.
First name Mil, last name Mascaras.
And he brought the robot back. God bless him.
Yes.
And the seer decided to be in this scene.
Please, the mask speaks for itself.
Is that the same woman?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her. Don't touch me.
Why could the other lady not come back? Ah.
They're doing Mel a ton of favors by not having to have him move his lips in some scenes. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What is wrong with
worries.
Security on problem is a problem since El Diablo and the Strangler quit.
What's greasy in Spanish?
Trust me, any problem can be solved with wrestling.
So anyway, I'm wrestling with debt. That's why I'm acting in this. Oh my god!
Is this the Academy of Doom from the second movie?
Oh god!
We can train them. We have
Meanwhile,
the technology.
after you take his shirt off. What is this?
Anyway, yeah, man. Dad says I can get the truck back. Oh boy!
Hey, man, if you bulk up just enough, maybe you too can fight shirtless.
No, really, you got to drink the protein.
I wish
I need
my
to mix
tits
it in
looked
water.
like your tits. Who was that?
Shaft.
What?
Oh man, I've seen many a film start this way.
Oh, I think the Aztec dude had hypnotized the NSYNC boys into being his servants.
Oh, that blows.
Ah.
Okay. Man, well, I guess wrestling can't solve everything. He was just taken down by one of the Big Bang Theory guys. Oh, the joint. Thank you for telling us. Oh.
What is going on?
Hello, partner. I too am a inmate.
Wait, where are you guys at?
Man?
At 12:23.
Oh, 12.
12:30.
30. Okay. I've had like 2 ads randomly pop up.
Oh, okay. I had no ads because I have ad block.
I do on my account, but for some reason Nick does not. What is going on?
He's here to break out our 6 inmates. Foam rocks.
Did this turn into like The Longest Yard? What is going on?
Yes, that's what this is.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll make absolute sense.
This season on Oz.
Yeah. This looks like, oh, I don't even know if any. Did any of you see like Lost Tribe? Or no, what is that? What's the name of the show?
Wow. Well, that was the most successful prison break of all time. Well, did you find my Credence tapes, man?
So his daughter's just gone and now she's just a co-worker?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, I like the daughter character. She was pretty cool. Come here,
Maria was her name.
Yes, Maria.
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 I just had a daughter in the last film.
Named Maria. You're fine, Chisa. Stick my Nina Maria. Do you want to snort into the microphone? Go for it, Chisa.
Boy, this guy makes a Ben Stein sound unmonotone. There's nowhere to tell.
Is he still alive?
He's probably in stasis somewhere.
Just his head.
Just his head, right?
Yeah.
Win my body.
Dry eyes. Talk about dead eyes.
Okay, he's still alive and he's 79.
God
That's
damn.
it?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be in his 90s.
I certainly feel like I'm in my 90s, Laura.
God.
Oh, good, another hypnotism scene.
That man had stretch marks on his chin. How do you have stretch marks on your...
Yeah, that's a head, all right.
Yep. Can you see that nose?
No, yeah, he doesn't look anything like him.
Match failed.
Oh, good, another dinner date scene too. Love these.
Always spoony there.
See, there's the classic Mascaros mask.
Oh, I was going to point that out.
Yeah.
Is it the white with the black lace?
Yeah. And the red M.
Mm.
For Minnie, not for Wumbo.
Mm-hmm. Flying back there. So which one of these men is older?
Let's see.
Look, dating after 50 is so much harder when you're looking for a same-sex relationship. Your looks have faded.
What would that app be called?
It wouldn't be Grindr anymore. It would just be
Timer?
Grinder, I hardly know her.
Timer?
Timer is what it is. Like yeah.
Yeah. Grinded? You're already grinded?
My bones.
Reminder.
Reminder. Would it just be mushroom platter?
He got really excited at the mere mention of mushroom platter.
He did.
Oh, my birthday.
Oodle. Oh God, what's going on? Oh,
joining
no.
in on this scene as well. This is a successful timer.
He's standing in front of a head, Laura.
Oh.
Guys, I found a new use for the head.
Wow.
Whoa. I feel like I've seen that dude in a Mountain Dew commercial somewhere in the 90s.
That Mascaros is one bad. Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about meal.
You can dig it.
Piss poor Avengers Academy. That looks like me back there in a mask. Well, who are these super team of people?
What's going on? This looks like a Disney movie. What is this? Descendants? What's going on?
High School Mascaros.
That's what it feels like. I feel like we're like 20 minutes from like a jazz tap song. Like,
I feel like that's a cameo from Al Roker in a mask.
El Roque?
Al Roker. El Roker. Roker? I don't even know her. Get John the. Oh yeah.
He didn't even tighten up his mask. He was just there. What is going on?
Always the same car line. And they're so eager to help too. They just fall victim to it.
Police.
So I looked up Wikipedia and IMDb, and the guy playing the professor, I cannot find his age.
What? It's timeless.
As I said when we paid
Who's this man?
Oh,
Enhance. Oh my god, I just started getting that really bad. What is going on?
Let us know when the ad is over, and we'll.
No, I skipped it.
Cool.
I'm at some like CCTV footage. What are you at now?
20, 28,
9.
29, 30.
Cool.
yeah.
Is a Bubba Gump trying to explain
Yeah.
computers
The
to him?
fitness gram pacer test is a national test.
Mhm. Why does he have like vampire ears? What's going on?
Oh my god.
What's going on?
It's just diagrams of him suplexing people.
I feel like this one has way more like filler than the other one.
Filler, I don't even know her. Thank you. But yeah, this guy is. You wind him up and just let him go.
Yeah. What's wrong with his mouth? He's got like extra muscles in the bottom lip. It's distracting.
Predator mouth.
Yeah. I don't really
I show you I didn't get a word.
Yeah, I don't have the sound on, so I feel like it's just Mil Mascus really trying to get his license back.
Now the sad
I like
march.
I like how they pasted like the police sign right there outside that college building.
Can my pants go any higher? No.
Boing.
Who is this woman?
It's the leading lady, Laura.
Is it his like actual wife?
What are you saying? She's not pretty enough to be a mainstream.
No, I'm not. Never.
She's sturdy and brave.
She got a face for the camera.
Yeah.
One of those disposable Kodak cameras.
Yeah.
Motorola Razor camera. Oh my lord. Oh no.
Oh, what is this?
That juicy shack meat.
Please, no more juicy shack meat.
Eye acting.
I thought I was gonna die for a second there. Oh my god.
I'm guessing they're kidnapping wrestlers in order to put his head on their bodies.
They're total. What is all of this stuff? They're just very well equipped. I thought they were in like a fast food restaurant. What is going on? Oh God, this woman is scary.
She's got a bit of a weird stare.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's just glaring at you the whole time.
Like she leads with her chin, which is weird. God.
Please stop.
Oh my God. Back the camera up.
I implore you to reconsider.
Don't touch me. Where does he have pants on?
Yeah, he's got flaming pants. He's got those Guy Fieri
He's
pants.
got like pajama shorts.
Is it gaucho pants on? What is going on? Who is this person? They were not in the same scene together.
that fix my car line is really working wonders for their organization. Oh,
What
good
is
God.
this?
No mercy, no surrender, no muscle tone.
God. What is this?
Whoa, who are you?
He looks like the lady.
I don't know.
Oh God, is this like the?
They just had a casting call of everybody who would ever be murdered in a Friday the 13th film. Please.
Yeah, like, do you have distinctive features? Come show up. This is like nose versus chin. What is going on? Okay, stay okay. Oh God, what is going on? Where are they?
Aw, his suit is cute.
That looks like something from the Batman animated series. Like, what is that? Carmine would wear that.
He should have hosted a game show on his. Well, I'm sure he probably did. But
oh God.
By the way, Mil Mascara is still not dead, right?
As far as I know, he is not dead.
All right. Maybe he'll outlive Ben Stein. Fingers crossed.
Is it like the Masked Singer, where like they beat people to not take their mask off?
He's 82 years old. He's
Holy
older than Bill Stein.
Wow.
He's better than Ben Stein, but I feel like Ben Stein just like Bill Stein. Yeah, I feel like he just like he was like 28, and then he hit 60, and he just stayed there.
Yes,
it's like Shatner.
He aged.
Yeah, but I mean, Shatner's he's had the same thing kind of going on these last 20 years, you know.
Yeah. Because what is he like?
Do you get those Hupie and Abraham commercials out there, Laura, on your side of Iowa?
Oh no, which one?
It's a law firm here. He does commercials for.
Oh, what? They can't advertise law firms out here though.
Oh, okay. There may just be a local one here then in the Quad City area.
Oh yeah, you can't do like statewide legal.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess he had a motorcycling sort of thing, and they covered for him, and so he did that as a favor. I don't know.
It's probably when you did that like fucking atrocious TV show.
Boston Legal?
No, oh no, that was bad too. But like the reality TV show one.
Yeah.
In
Where it's
Riverside.
like let's make a movie here and let's not tell anybody.
Let's make fun of people who like the thing that I like. Wouldn't it be great if we just made fun of those people? You're like, yeah, it'd be great. Yep. You should just like go murder your wives and not talk about it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Take a dip in the pool.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's dark. Anyway, oh my God.
What's going on? They're at a high school, aren't they?
We live in a society.
What's going on?
I thought that my life was a tragedy, but then I realized it was a comedy.
Oh, he's got like a Venom mask. The other guy, the guy with like the red band looks like culturally inappropriate. Like,
the really fleshy milquetoast white guys they can't pull off the.
Yeah.
It's also funny that their like skin is just so pale. It's like with the camera that they're using, it just like irradiates
Ghostly.
their paleness.
I feel like I am darker than that man right now, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Because he's so much darker than the guy like just next to him.
Yeah. I mean, the professor guy looks way tanner.
Oh god. It's like they pulled all of like the olive tone out of all of their skin. Oh, another ad. Oh, Alanis Morissette. No, God.
We got ninjas
Laura,
now.
you got an ad just in time for ninjas. The foot.
Oh, this does feel like the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
You will destroy the wrestlers.
Yeah.
I'm your father.
Do you want menthol cigarettes? Like
Tortos.
Mil Mascas is like, I made another funny.
Ah, feller chucker, eh?
Oh. He does
Wow.
look like that dude with the glasses, but as a oh god. What's going on?
Don't worry, my obsession over continuity will save us.
No.
Well.
We all have capes because they're cool.
Any
Ow.
minute now, the protagonist from Godzilla Battle Royale will swoop in and save the day.
What is that?
At the moment, Billy DeVos is just currently fixing up an American flag right now.
Oh, God. If only he wasn't so upset from the date that failed, you'd see.
It's a sad day for me.
I was having a good time until now.
Until now. Oh, you
Oh,
so bad.
my mom's here. You guys are gonna pay.
My mom's here to pick me up. Call the police. Call the police.
Oh,
My mom's here.
oh, the van nudged him.
Go.
And how do you do to you, ma'am?
This does just feel like the Ninja Turtles movie.
You are the police. Oh, yes.
He almost fell. That man almost fell.
Go, Bill Mascaras, go! Yeah!
Oh.
Ooh.
Here's Mascaras.
What is going on?
You want to slow down, really? I mean, we need it for the shot, but this is a little...
I thought you were going slower.
Sorry, my golden undies. Oh, there we go. Wow,
Oh
the
my God,
response time there, huh?
Looks like he's trying to penetrate that van.
Help! Help! Oh, man. And they're gonna arrest him.
Oh no. Oh no, there was a knife here. Like, what?
He's got a mask, shoot him!
He's resisting arrest. That's the same man. That is the same.
He's a Latino man, arrest him!
He's not fleshy pale white like the others.
What is this? Oh god. This is definitely some sort of like community college room that they're in right now.
Now, when ninjas wear masks, just like you, so you're saying that you are profiling all those with masks.
Why is it just looks like the Venom mask. I can't get over it.
He's just gotten so lazy at this point. He doesn't even have to bother moving his lips for his dialogue.
Means to compliment his Spider-Man mask.
Can I ask a question? Are you Steve Wilkos? Where are you now? Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Who's this man? What's going on? It looks like Mamaskas is having like a hard time staying awake.
Well, this is kind of an interesting plot development.
Remove them. Oh no.
For a mugshot.
No.
This poor loser.
Damn it, why hasn't Mil Mascara showed up for our date yet? Oh, finally, Mil, I was waiting for you.
No!
Oh, it's a woman.
Oh my god, who is this woman?
This guy is fucking ridiculous. I just have to say.
Wow. Is it lazy eye if both of them are in the middle? Oh my god, what's going on? What? What community college let them film here? I don't understand. Like, it's... Jesus.
Sort of flimsy caging there. Oh, I guess what you just forgot where I saved the world in the last movie. It's gonna have a record now.
It's
I do believe
Be
that
on a
there
registry.
was a moment... I didn't know that there was like a particular movie involving El Santo where at the end of the movie he takes off his mask to kiss the girl, except it was a body double who did that.
So this is not him?
I mean, if he does take off his mask, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case.
Now I feel like uncomfortable now. Like, oh, they just played an ad right at this point. Oh, I can't.
The day the mascaras failed.
Went from 1,000 masks to 0.
Oh, here we go. Oh, she's a real true believer.
The magic is gone. He's just some old Mexican
It's
guy.
still real to me, damn it. Oh.
Oh my god, what is this? There's just so many generic people in the scene. What's going on? Tyke.
Cop out, cop out. What a relief we don't have to see that ugly mug. It's been shielded from the sun all these years.
Do you think he has like the
Imagine.
tan lines? Like a very like straight line on the lips and then the
course.
eyes?
Completely kills your
Probably.
anonymity in real life.
Now no one can see me. I'll blend into the backgrounds.
I'm a zebra in the
I'm
night.
a zebra cake. Little Debbie, sponsor me,
They
please.
will not be able to find me in the tall grass.
Yes, yes. After this, I will be a snowball. Delicious and pinky coconut.
My turn to brood up here, bro.
He just has a hoodie on.
Why I oughta? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is his streetwear. He's a street fighter now. Underground stuff.
Yeah, this is Rocky 5 now.
His ring's outside. I didn't hear no Taco Bell.
He's got many pictures of his own face on his chest. What? Oh God! What? This looks so bad.
This is gritty, guys. This is like Batman Begins.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
I'm not jumping down there. I've got arthritis knees. Oh. Oh man.
This looks like all of those like Batman YouTube videos that people used to make where they'd be like crowdfunded for them to be like fighting in parking lots.
Yeah.
When's Millmaster's gonna fight the Predator and the alien?
Oh God, that would
Masker's
be so
dead end. Ugh.
You know, there is a movie of Santo versus the Martian invasion.
Sold.
Imagine if it was just the alien where just like it came out and then he just punched it like it was like one of those like speed bags.
Welcome to Earth.
This looks like it was shot on an iPhone. What is going on right now?
He's lost.
So am I. What is going on now?
Oh.
Ooh, ooh.
We got him backed in a corner here.
Come here, she said.
There's no escape for you on the fire escape of doom.
You really adopted the fighting. I was born in it.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe comic accurate Bane isn't such a good idea.
Like, I was waiting for the Bane thing to happen. Like,
oh no! What kind of technique?
I am Brother Ghul's destiny.
I don't believe it either, folks.
Abby, come here.
He's just that awesome.
Calm down. Come here.
Phrasing.
Take a seat.
Getting my tux ready. I think we need to dub these sounds of Shiza over that fight scene. Then we'll have the intensity will be.
Oh, come here. Guys, come on. You guys are so loud.
Imagine he decides to interrogate them personally like the Dark Knight. I have one rule. You wanted me, here I am.
I remember that. Some canon here. Remember we blew that shit up?
Who fought that robot? There's there's one movie in between the one that we watched last year and this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. She's out.
And if I said it was...
It's just a pop-up telling me to update my Flash media player, Mascaris. It's...
Me, obviously.
Jets in the sharks.
Normally, I usually just tell people who to punch and who I can punch, and that is normally it.
You guys figure it out.
Just let me body slam who I need to.
I'm selling pizza slices at an express rate.
Wrestling it doesn't pay as much as it used to.
A person who doesn't reveal their face. It's Mascaris.
Mascaris is behind it all.
What's going on in there? Dude, we brought this totally sick head. You'll believe what we did with it. It's Austin Powers night here.
Who walks that way?
Yeah.
Lean in, left shoulder, right shoulder.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck recorded this audio?
Who wrote this dialogue? I'm convinced that Mil Mascaris himself wrote every word of this script. That's why I come on a pickup line there is let's see some moves. Oh, Grody Jody.
I don't think I ever saw anyone say audibly say "ugh" before.
This was a deleted scene from the end of 7. Ugh, it's a head. Get that thing out of here.
I think maybe like this actress must have seen like UGH written in the script and just read it.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yug, yeah.
So I'm trying chicks now.
It's not going well.
He doesn't understand me. Sure, he bails me out, but does that mean I owe him the whole world? Ooh.
Hard science, soft science, liquid science, all science.
Weird science? She's questioning us, my friends.
Let's see. We have Raph saying, I see Nick and Laura were taken by the alien rapture.
Left behind. Yeah.
And then we have GC who's saying, happy 10th Halloween anniversary. Thank you very much, GC. We're currently doing a live watch of Mil Máscaras Aztec Revenge, which is labeled Movie 3 in the description of the video below.
Mil Máscaras Existential Crisis also seems to be an apt title, I think.
Let's see. We are currently 51 minutes and 30 seconds into the movie.
Well, I don't know. Okay. I suppose I'm just so busy after all.
Fighting ninjas and whatnot.
Mil Máscaras, falsely modest superhero. I guess I'll be half naked around a bunch of sorority girls, I suppose.
I mean, if you're busy, we can always just call, Rey Mysterio or something.
No. I mean, I'm sure he's so busy. Hello, I brought the baby oil. Let's see some moves. Ugh.
I like to call this the truffle shuffle.
Adios, mio.
Are these the vampire women that Santo talked about?
Oh boy. You see how white his eyes got?
Yeah.
Well. So you know my theory that Mil Máscaras wrote the screenplay?
Yes.
Things are coming to light here. No, don't have your way with me. I'm a virgin. Oh no, they got him.
I guess I get to come back to some interesting
Oh yeah, at this top scene of the movie, it's really picking up now.
My muscular body's being overcome.
Oh, they're feminine wiles. Oh, girls, they're after me. Oh boy, takes me back.
Now I'm trapped in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too.
There's a midget in the cabinets.
They're just that much attracted to me.
Oh no. This is kind of the cutest thing ever. It's been a hard, maskless night. The girls, don't make them fall down the stairs. Oh, cross-checked. Oh no!
Oh, okay,
I'm a woman. Oh man, and now they're gonna catch him in this situation too.
Oh, no.
I can explain.
What are you doing here, Mascaras?
This is like a sophisticated episode of Scare Tactics where like his friend set him up for... I don't know myself. He was really making some great detective work in there.
They were just that attracted to me.
Couldn't keep their palms off me.
I have that effect on women. Thank you, Captain Charisma.
We'll get in here. Come on.
See, when you let the Mexican wrestlers into the school system, trouble is to follow. So you gotta keep them separated.
Dan, 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 dan.
Now this is humiliating. Oh, so are these all okay? Are these the Mexican wrestlers or what?
I think this might be.
What they do with all of them?
Before.
There are so many plot threads here. Bartholomew. Hot shots.
I'll pop one right in their mouths. If anyone is looking into boxes, it is me.
Oh, they get to stay with the fun group. Anyway, we'll cut right through this Hollister here. Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Oh, no!
It's a trap!
They clonked him. Now let's play a game, Mascaras.
You've always exacted justice on others. But what were to happen if you had justice on yourself?
Doo-doo-doo. I'm good.
I'm just chilling on this very uncomfortable chair.
A little tied up right now.
To be honest, these girls wouldn't be so bad after all.
I'm gonna punt that head once I get out of here.
I'm getting some Reanimator vibes from this.
Lean me in, George. Lean me.
Oh, that wraps up that subplot.
Yeah, well.
Hey, buddy, you like cars?
Yeah.
I got a really nice car. If you
This
let me
isn't
out,
my only this is my only leopard print outfit.
if you let me out, I'll let you have a ride in my car.
Come on, I'll buy you all beers. Well, a Mascaras that kills. Oh. Dad's gonna kill us. We blew up the car. Oh no! Oh. Oh god. These poor guys, man.
I feel like there should be much louder, more intense music for this scene.
Are the bestial grunts and meat slapping not enough?
They gotta have at least one ass-kicking moment.
What? You know what? Birthing exercises are a man's worst. Where'd you learn that? They taught them well.
Sometimes I don't know my own strength.
My power plant. What about my office? What does he have left to steal or get stolen?
Oh, I think it's something that was teased a long time at the very start of the movie. I love that line.
It's a long climb for Mascaris. Is he gonna make the heights? Oh, hello, Freddy Krueger.
Here comes your nightmare.
Finally! Oh my God! Andres, can your Draco's little costume look exactly like this?
Now we're back to peak fiction again.
Da, 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 da. No sex robot, please.
I mean, these are the whitest filmmakers you know.
Truly.
Damn it! Usually when I punch people, that usually works.
Oh, right in the coffee maker. You know, it's all in the arm movements here. It's covering a lot of distance with the attack.
I feel like most of the budget was spent on this scene alone.
This right here is.
So much so that they didn't have any more budget left for the music. I like the sets. I like the costume. I like the lighting.
I win. They're at the Ace Chemicals plant. Or Axis Chemicals. Oh. A handy nuclear explosion. Make him too. Had to get that in. How do I get down?
You just get up.
You think Martha Stewart says it every time before she prepares a meal? Oh no! Oh,
You have been disarmed, motherfucker. Oh, he's pulling a what's it called? Deadly spray. Where he beats a guy with his own arm.
No mercy. Oh! Cost you an arm and a head.
Ah.
Mil mascaras. There are undertones.
Don't ever call me again.
No. God.
Oh wow! So it just another abrupt end. Wow!
Keep it inconsistent. Like, how do you say goodbye? Really?
Now I don't know if the user simply just cut out the credits, or there was just like simply no one. Like all the credits was just at the very start of the movie, and that's it. That was like everyone who worked on the movie was in those opening credits, like all 10 of them.
Well, they could have run it again, you know.
Yeah, they wouldn't have taken that one.
Yeah.
Thank the school and the faculty.
Yeah, their parents, their grandparents,
For
maybe
transportation.
catering.
Yeah, the express pizza was the catering.
Whoever was the royalty-free company that produced their soundtrack.
I loved Mil Mascaris's triumphant theme at the end. It's better than the last music. Yeah, that was again relentless.
Yeah, but yeah, what do you guys think?
Well, there was no Aztec mummy in this one,
Right,
but
kind of.
There was the head, and his spirit lived on. But I have to say, wonderful use of the robot at the end.
Yes.
It was set up perfectly. I understood that and forgot about it.
It was even a throwaway line until you're like, oh shit!
Right, it all pays off. It's Chekhov's robot, and
yes,
that it certainly delivered at the end there.
Yeah. No, oh, sorry. Continue.
No, I was gonna say a lot less. I think the other one had a lot more independent, sort of theater, maybe local theater actors in it. This one seemed a lot of them were doing favors. They needed warm bodies to fill the screen.
Or like they just had a lot of student filmmakers, a lot of students with film majors, and this is like the one project they all got to work on.
And it looked like they were having fun.
Oh, yeah,
they wanted to pitch in. And I think it resulted in an entertainment like no other.
It still has that charm, not as strong or as the last one, but it was definitely still there.
Right, a lot less locations than the last one, where he's jumping continents.
It seemed like, what was it with the previous one? They had more than just university's worth of locations. And filmmakers and actors to work with.
It's the natural sequel thing where locations are shrunken down, budgets are shrunken down. Mm-hmm. They had to make do with what they had.
Oh, sure, yeah. If anything, it's almost kind of like a very interesting little window into the world of micro budget films in terms of like, what can we afford to do? What resources do we have at our disposal? How can we make it all work? And just especially from a student filmmaker, anyone who is doing, who has the opportunity to work with someone as notable as Mil Mascaras. I'm very happy for all of those at that one university, whichever one it may be.
I'm really interested in just the chain of command of how these things get going. Like, does he come to them with the idea, or do they seek him out? I don't know.
No, bring all the ladies. And they
I guarantee.
All the sororities.
Can we write in an extended pillow fight sequence where I'm thrown on the bed helpless?
and the women are all grabbing my muscles.
I've had to lock myself in a closet because they want me. It's beginning to be a vanity project, Mil.
Don't worry, he's a national hero. He earned it. He saved the world previously from monsters and from demons and monsters.
Let him write his own story. Yeah. Yes. But no, yeah, I think still very much in the same vein. It's still very fun. Just a lot more. We spent a lot of time with that sort of chubby, tall, balding guy, just saying, "Well, what do you think about this Mascaras? This guy. Are you meaning to tell me?" There's a lot more of those sequences in there, and I thought it was kind of going to go in a different direction than it did go, with him being incarcerated and wrongly accused.
And having to bust out and prove his innocence.
I thought it was going to be something like it's Mascaras on the run, like fugitive Mascaras, and that could be interesting. But obviously, within their means. Like you were kind of hinting at, this is at a micro budget filmmaking, there comes a point where your ambitions and your finances come to a head.
Right.
One has to give.
Like, given how there was like a major gap between the first two movies and this one, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there was like a gap where after those first two movies, Mil Mascaras and his team just simply didn't have that many resources, or maybe investors were not interested in a third movie, and so it took them development hell and all that stuff, things get put on the back burner, and eventually a good number of years later they were like, oh hey, we finally found someone who's willing to work with us, and it's a college center.
man, if only we had come along at the right time, we could have written Mil Mascaris into our G-Fest videos, and I'm sure he would have played ball with us.
Can you fucking imagine that? Honestly, I'm curious. I know American wrestlers have been to conventions, but I wonder if masked wrestlers, like, dude, imagine if Days of the Dead got a hold of some of these wrestlers, because they've technically been in horror movies and stuff.
They're icons in their own way, and there's so few of the really big ones left. I'm sure he's had to have frequented comic book type conventions like that.
Yeah, like I'd be interested in that.
I just realized too, we have the benefit of we could have written him into our videos, and because he's in a mask, no one would know.
Very true. My dad could have played him.
Exactly, right?
He's got the accent, the build, and everything.
It's all you could want.
But you know what? I'm very curious, because I'd say arguably Rey Mysterio is the most prolific modern day masked wrestler, and he's getting up there in age. He's probably like what, in his 50s by now.
I would assume near that. Yeah, he's a veteran, as they call them in that realm.
He is 49.
Yeah.
So almost there, almost 50.
I saw him with I saw a photo of him with his mask off recently, and yes, a much older man. The mask really does do you favors. Like, you seem a lot more ageless that way.
I am curious if, as far as I know, Rey Mysterio had never done any of these type of movies before, and obviously, unlike Mil Mascaras, he was never of that generation. He was of the generation after it stopped being.
Yeah, I think he did one low budget like horror movie.
I know he did a cartoon. He did do that. But aside from that, yeah, it would have been cool to get more wrestlers like that. I know there are even like Japanese wrestlers. There's a guy named Jushin Liger.
Yeah.
And he actually got to do like an anime, like a fantasy mecha anime where like a little boy gets the powers of Jushin Liger and has this like giant skeletal mecha anime. It was like really cool.
Yeah, Jushin Liger's got a great. He's almost like a Sentai kaiju design with his mask, with the hair and the fangs and everything.
Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask is another guy where he's a real life wrestler, and he had multiple generations of animes.
Yeah.
So that guy's another legend. But honestly, I would like to see like another one of these type of movies come back again.
Yeah.
But only time will tell.
Well, I understand it's like such a big niche quiche type of thing, but just in terms of like how many movies, like this was a huge sort of subgenre, and just the breadth of movies that were made of just Mexican wrestling superhero stories, or like spy-fi kind of just action adventure type movies. Yeah, it's kind of a genre that has been sort of lost to the sands of time is sort of a big brush to paint it with, but yeah, more people don't talk about. And you think just because of the massive numbers that there is, it'd be on more people's. It would be more under a bigger microscope, I think, than it is typically. But
for sure.
But no, I hope I hope he keeps making them. Into his 90s. I would love a new Mascaris adventure every year, because he kind of. Okay, so he shows up and he sort of, palm strikes people in the face occasionally, twists some necks. He can do that forever. The rest of it is him just sort of sitting around and occasionally walking outside and being pawed at. It's a good career avenue for him. And I think more wrestlers, when they reach that age, would do well to sort of transition into movies, because it's just less strenuous that way.
Oh, for sure. And I think like if someone like Steven Seagal can make a career sitting down
and fight scenes. and maybe Steven Seagal isn't a fraction of the man Mil Mascaris is, but in terms of a guy in that advanced age bracket being pawed at by I would love to see Steven Seagal play a villain in a Mexican wrestling movie.
I mean, heck, he was technically he was a villain in a Mexican-led movie with Machete.
Oh my God! And he's kind of a villain in real life too. Not that I know the man, but no. Anyway, all that said, a brilliant piece of 1 hour and 14-minute filmmaking. I have to say, bravo and hats off, masks off to all involved. And I want to join that wrestling school where they have an after-school wrestling club. I guess.
And what were your thoughts, Nick? I know you only saw like roughly half the movie.
Yeah, I was like, I got to see, I guess, the action-packed parts. Like,
the meat slapping and the
sadly, Laura missed out on the best part.
The greatest move was them sitting all on the ground and like wrenching their legs or whatever that was in a circle. What was accomplished there? I don't know.
I think we needed more of that.
That's right. We needed that every like 5 minutes,
But yeah, you know what? I'll definitely would love to continue the trend of more luchador horror movies. Maybe we can go back to the classic days of El Santo and Blue Demon, because I know they've got a ton more movies that we could totally cover if I can find subtitled copies online. That's the thing. I know there are certain select movies that are available on like DVD, like double packs, triple packs, or very even rarer Blu-rays. I think there might be like a Blu-ray El Santo collection that's like 5 movies and they're all English dubbed. But in any case, it's like I love the genre, and it was pretty fun to check out these movies as wildly as they are in quality. I've certainly had a great time watching them with you guys, and I hope that the audience does. And eventually, if we ever get the chance to split this live stream apart into the individual movie components, I hope that our audience will enjoy them in the future.
It's the gift again, Andres. There are so many. You could do another 10 years of just this.
Absolutely.
There are so many gifts to be found out there.
Oh, absolutely, my friend.
You need to cover the El Santos movies again because it's lost media.
That is true. That is true. This is our way of preserving what these movies were like. Even if we can't show these movies, we can at least tell you guys what it's like, and hopefully you guys will be able to experience it with us in the future. Yes. Or not. It doesn't matter, because after all, I'm a semi-retired YouTuber, as I introduced myself at the start of this stream. Either way, I still do this because I enjoy it, and I certainly enjoy doing this with you guys. So thank you very much, Nick, Brayton, and Laura out there for joining me tonight. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, especially those who joined us at the very start of this live stream. We hope that you've all had a wonderful Halloween night, and we'll certainly see you all again, hopefully, next time. So until next time, everybody, I've been Andres Perez, a.k.a. Kaiju Noir. We hope that you celebrate a wonderful Halloween. Take care, and we'll see you all next time.
Stay away from the Mastex.